They have the score here. Rolls to the right. Will throw back. Receiver is there. Touchdown. They rolled everything right up the gut, breaking tackles to the outside, running away from the secondary. Say goodnight. Nice bounce. Looks to throw into the end zone. He got that. He got that. Unbelievable. All of a sudden, Bishop sees this into the secondary and will stroll in.
Well, week 2 of the high school football season is upon us as we have a matchup on paper that looks great anyway. Perennial 6A state power Maryville on the road in Knox County, as the Rebels have not lost to a team from Knox County since 2001. But the Powell Panthers are the defending 5A state champions. They're playing without their quarterback tonight. So to say that Powell is an underdog, well, that would be bit of an understatement tonight, as it's Powell and Maryville here on Rivalry Thursday. Mark Packer along with Austin Price, and things really changed a week ago for Powell. Hey, they don't play the game on paper, got to play it out on the field.
Yep.
But obviously Matt Lowe would have loved to have Jordan Potts.
Well, I think everybody here would like to have Jordan Potts. Derek Hunt wishes Powell had Jordan Potts.
He does.
You
right.
want Powell to be at full strength. They are not. So that'll alter their game plan tonight. The familiar sounds of Rocky Top. About 1 week from now, it'll be playing as the orange and white run out through the tee at Tennessee. But tonight, these Powell Panthers, cloaked in black and gray, don the field here. And, you know, they're going to have to rely on their key playmakers. One key playmaker on the other side is that guy right there, and he's super good. Virginia commitment, Noah Vaughn. He was really good last year in this game. He was really good all season. He's a dual threat guy. He catches the ball out of the backfield. They love to get him the ball out in space through the pass game and then hand it to him as well. Flip it to the other side, the Cincinnati commitment, Aiden Green. You need to be able to get the key ball to your key playmakers. 11 is that, but they got more than just him. They've got to rely on Redmond, Faust, Magdos, Green. They've got to get it to these key playmakers if they are going to have a chance to stay in this football game.
I think one of the keys is how do you get them the football? Because I talked to Matt Lowe before in his office and said, do you run any Wildcat? As you see Jordan Potts, number 5 in there. He's in uniform. I've been assured by Matt Lowe, been assured by the doctors, been assured by the parents he will not play. But let's head down to Eric Kane, who is with Matt Lowe.
Coach, I know you're probably tired of answering this question by now, but adversity is hitting tonight. So how is your team rallied about your young backup quarterback here this week?
Well, I think some other guys got to step up. I think everybody on the planet knows that. I think certainly within their locker room they know that. You know, there's a lot of experience around Stooksbury tonight. There's a lot of experience on the defensive side. Those guys got to come to war. They got to be ready to make plays.
Look at Maryville, dynamic running back. Defensively, what do you need to do to stop Noah Vaughn?
You know, I don't know that you're ever going to stop a guy like that. You've got to try and limit big plays. You've got to try and limit explosive plays. You got to make him earn every yard that he gets. They're extremely talented up front. He's talented in his own right, you know, but you're never going to really stop a guy. You've just got to make sure that that big 80-yarder doesn't pop off.
Thanks so much. Best of luck.
Thank you.
And the first quarter is brought to you by OEB Law. $1,000 going to the homeschool tonight and every night. And the OEB Law game of the week tomorrow night on BBB 12 TV will be Oliver Springs and Kingston. A warm evening, although it is cooling down rather quickly. Pulled in here, the car said 91 degrees. Of course, always reads a little hot. 82 degrees now, and feels kind of nice up here.
Yeah, I think it helps that Joe McNish each got us a fan that's blowing on us. But
I was actually thinking
a week ago it was super nice, and then they decided to turn back on the heater without any kind of air conditioning yesterday, and it stayed hot today.
So Maryville coming off the big win over Heritage a week ago, which was to be expected with where those two programs are right now. Powell is surprised, went over to Anderson
out of each and every
County.
one of you is leadership. Is that clearly understood? Yes, sir. That's the proper response. Guys, no talking between the two teams unless you're helping a man up and telling him good job. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I want you to take care of your teammates, and I want you to take care of your teammates. Because otherwise, if you don't, Mr. Walker and I will, and I guarantee you will not like it. Yes, sir. You are the visiting team 95. You're going to call what's in there. If I drop it, we'll redo. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Head.
Calls heads. It is tails. You've won the toss. You've elected to defer to the second half. That means you want to take the football. Which way do you want to kick?
Kick it that way.
Okay, you guys go right over there and stand, face that goal. You guys stand right here and face that goal. Powell won the toss, elected to defer. Maryville will receive. Get your receiving team,
by the
get your
way,
kicking team. Let's have a great ball game, man.
By the way, John Ward, our referee tonight, is wearing a GoPro for Varsity All Access, which you can see tomorrow night on their show at 11 o'clock with Rick Russo and Zach Rickens, Paige Dower, and the like. Derek Hunt on the far side. He took over as impossible a job as almost replacing Pat Summitt when he took over for George Quarles. But he's won a couple of state championships. He's got this. The young men in this program are making that community proud, and Derek should be proud.
Yeah, I mean, again, Maryville has not fallen off at all. I mean, if falling off is losing in the semifinals and not making the state title game, then that's, I mean, an impossible bar. and it really was. I mean, it was an impossible bar. And he's won 2 state titles in 4 years as head coach, or however long. It feels like 4, right? I mean,
this is his 6th year. So
is it his 6th year?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's, 3 times he did not, but he made it to the semifinals the other 3 years.
By the way,
Oakland just kind of ascended.
By the way, former Vol Josh Briscoe, wide receiver, is about to hand the football to the young man kicking off, and that is one of the officials tonight, Josh Briscoe, who threatened me, said, make sure you say only nice things about us tonight. It wasn't a threat. He was just making sure. Powell won the toss, as you heard. They have elected to defer. So the Panthers will get the football to start the second half, and deep for Maryville is Noah Vaughn, and they will kick away from him, returning it right up the middle and finding some room down the left side. Great field position for Maryville. Goes Cannon Johnson, and the Rebels will start at the 46-yard line after a 23-yard return with Matthew Clemmer, a transfer from William Blunt.
Clemmer, tall, 6'5", 215 pounds. They love to throw it vertically. They're going to get the ball to their key playmakers out in space, but they love to toss it to Noah Vaughn. When they're not handing it to him, they love to get it to him out of the backfield. He's a tough cover. He's got great hands.
Clemmer is a homeschool kid.
Maryville also loves to work the tight ends.
And they'll give it to Vaughn early. He finds room off left tackle and will pick up 9 yards.
The Rivalry Thursday starting lineups brought to you by Old Man Franklin Motors.
And for this offensive line, this offense in general, it starts with Cal Grubbs at center, Liberty commitment, Noah Vaughn, Virginia commitment, but they had to replace 8 starters on the offensive side. 2nd down and 2 at the 46-yard line. 2 receivers to each side for Clemmer, and he will play fake, throw this one out. They'll get the first down and not much more. Out to about the 40. Set up the defense for you. All eyes will be on Steven Souls. Davey Gillum, the head coach at Anderson County. They played against Powell a week ago, and I talked to him, I guess, yesterday on my coffee run with the Dogs. And he said that Souls really impressed the Anderson County staff because even when the game was out of hand, the motor never slowed down. Yeah,
again, he's extremely quick off the edge. This will be a handle for the Maryville tackles tonight. They'll have to use some help. You see him coming from the backside here, chasing down Noah Vaughn and limiting him to about a gain of about 2 yards. He's really quick off the ball, so you either have to really run away from him or to me, you have to kind of give your tackle some help with the tight end and chip block a little bit because Souls is super quick and he's able to fit through tight crevices to get to the quarterback, get in the backfield and be disruptive.
Gain of 2 yards. Derek Hunt's so used to having great talent at Maryville, and I asked him about Vaughn at running back, and he said he's probably as good as we've ever had. That's saying a lot.
They're motioning him out here.
Yeah, they'll send him out deep wide. Clemmer will throw inside. Nice defensive play, but the tackle not made.
So instead of it being basically a no gain, Maryville ends up picking up about 5, and that'll bring up about a 3rd and 3 here.
Yeah, Gage Ledoux breaks the tackle of Faust, and then Aiden Green and Gianni Magdos with the tackle. And a a 3rd down and 3 at the 33-yard line. Kind of a power set here. I'd be surprised if they do anything besides hand it to Vaughn. Powell loading the box. They will hand off to Vaughn, and he will carry defenders close to 1st down yardage. I don't think so.
No, he's going to be about a yard short. That's a nice job by the Powell defensive line. They won at the point of attack.
And with the helmet coming off, Vaughn will have to go off the field for a 4th down and 1. So they'll bring Price Davis in. And if you're Derek Hunt, do you think about a timeout here because you would really prefer that Vaughn be the one carrying the football on a 4th down? Hunt, the former offensive coordinator when George Quarles was the head coach, still calls the plays. 6th play of the drive. They will hand off, and they will get the 1st down on 2nd effort.
What an effort. Powell had them dead to rights. They won at the point of attack big time.
Now, Ledoux is down, but what an effort by number 7, caught in the backfield about 2 yards short of the 1st down.
I mean, did you give him any chance
No.
of getting there? Because it was one of those things where there were so many gray jerseys there. You thought this is going to end up being one of those they blow it dead and he actually never gets tackled type deals. And all of a sudden he kind of slips through right here.
So a 1st down.
And that's the kind of thing that if you're Powell, you kind of had a little bit of juice, and that just kills the momentum you had.
Well, Matt Love made an interesting statement to me before the game. Just the two of us were sitting there for about 15 minutes in his office, and he said, you know, the 1st quarter doesn't concern me against Maryville. They don't win their games in the 1st quarter. They win them in the last 5 minutes of the 2nd quarter. He said, you go look back. In a close game, look at us last year. We were a tie game with them until the last 5 minutes. They scored 2 touchdowns, and it's over at halftime.
Yeah, and because they get the ball coming out of the 2nd half, too.
So a 1st down, technically at the 29, a play fake to Clemmer. Nice defensive play. Great timing to knock that one away.
Connor Wheeler, the sophomore.
Timed that one beautifully.
Ball's low, inside.
Clock stops at 9:04 to go. 3 receivers top of your screen. Clemmer, hands off inside, and there's Steven Souls.
He just beat his man and then took out Vaughn with a snap of a finger. Watch him just get right inside the tackle.
Souls, a junior.
And I think probably at the college level, a linebacker.
Yeah.
You know, he plays defensive end here, but he's probably a linebacker at the next level.
He looks like the guest that we have in the locker room this week. We recorded the show for Sunday.
Byron Young.
He looks like, I know it's a number 6, I get it. But athletically, 9th play of the drive, it's a 3rd down and 11. They'll pitch this one out. Vaughn to the outside, and he'll be buried at the 36-yard line. What a stop by the Powell defense.
The one thing Powell does have is team speed on the defensive side of the ball. So running wide on the Panthers, probably not your best bet here. They're able to rally to the football. You see 4, 5, 6 gray jerseys by the time Vaughn is to the green turf.
Well, I haven't seen a punter run out on the field. We got 20 seconds on the play clock. It's a 4th down and 17 after a loss of 6 at the 36.
I think Derek just thinks the way I thought last week. What are you really going to gain here? I mean, if you're good enough to pooch it inside the 5, which is what Sevier County did, then sure. But if not, then
I got a sophomore.
He's got a quick kick here.
Okay.
But
I was about to say, you've got a sophomore quarterback on the other side getting his first start. We'll take a break right here. Football down at the 6-yard line, maybe the 7. No score on Rivalry Thursday. So as of a week ago, Dylan Stooksbury was just an all-state punter. All of a sudden, he's the starting quarterback against Maryville, his first career start. He's got athletes all over the field. What do you do with them? Inside handoff, and that will help. Nice, tough running out past the 15-yard line.
That's sophomore handoff to sophomore.
Got a lot of juniors up front. I asked Matt, I said, what do you have back after this year? He said, we got everybody at the line of scrimmage. We got nobody with the ball in their hands coming back after this season. Nice gain on first down, 2nd down and 2.
I would rather have to find playmakers than offensive linemen, so I think that's not a bad thing.
Inside handoff again off left tackle. They'll get the first down. And a little bit more out past the 20. This defense for Maryville, 9 returning starters. This is as good a defense as you'll find anywhere. I think this and the defense over at West may be the two. Throw in Alcoa in there. Those 3 defenses you could go win some championships with.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, 2 of them are perennial state championship programs, and the other is right knocking on the door, trying to get to where this Powell team was 1 year ago in 5A. That's playing in Chattanooga, as we see a false start here.
And that's a killer.
False start on the offense. Still first down.
John Ward, one of our favorites out there. Really good guy. And these officials work so hard. They get so little credit, but they work so hard to get to this point. It's really a labor of love. I know your dad spent a lot of Friday nights out of games over the years.
Yep, still does in certain ways, more in an administrative form now.
First down and 15. Going to take a shot here. Had Redmond open. And Redmond's like, just calm down. That's the leadership of a senior that's been out here for a while. Just calm down and make a nice throw. What these guys can't do is they can't get frustrated, and the body language show they're frustrated with a young quarterback out there.
Yeah, that's right. I think you've got to take enough shots too, because you got playmakers and you'll get, especially Green. He can just go up and snatch it out of the air. He high points the ball as well as anybody.
At the bottom of the field, Hutton Jones is 5'10". They'll throw this one out to Redmond. Redmond trying to use the speed.
Lowers the head, gets about 3.5.
bring up a 3rd down and long. But what I was going to say is you've got Aiden Green out there at 6'3", and Hutton Jones is 5'10", wearing high heels, number 12. So that's one where you throw the football up and let your Cincinnati.
Well, that's why you have to give him safety help over the top. I mean, that's the question is, can Powell protect long enough to give Stooksbury time?
Yeah, Maryville's so good up front. 3rd down and 12. Quick little pass to Aiden Green, and the knee will go down. And a nice play there by Hutton Jones, who we just mentioned. So 4th down, and the Panthers will be forced to punt.
Now we're more than halfway through the first quarter, scoreless.
Deep is Jax Kirby for Maryville. Your quarterback is your all-state punter, but not an all-state punt right there. And he'll get away with that one very smartly as the football goes down inside the 40, down to about the 38. Well, partnering up again this year with Wreaths Across America. Last year, you helped us in East Tennessee come up with almost $20,000 and almost 2,000 wreaths. You can contribute either on site at games this year or online at knoxwreaths.org. You can go make a donation right there. Just click on Rivalry Thursday and be a part of our fundraising efforts. As there they are, wreaths being put on the gravestones of our fallen veterans at our cemeteries across Knoxville. 1st down and 10. Noah Vaughn off left tackle. Quick footwork out to the 45-yard line.
Shifty and nifty. Watch the feed. You talk about it during your call, but shifts back inside, then twinkle toes back inside, which allows him to pick up an extra 4 to 5 yards before he eventually goes down. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
A really nice job of breaking down to make those cuts. We'll go to Eric Kane after this play. 2nd down and 2. Bit of an update on Gage Ledoux, who went off the field for Maryville. They'll fake the pitch. Clemmer throws this one out to the left side, and a 1st down. Eric, what you got?
Yeah, went over there on the Maryville sideline and checked on Gage Ledoux, and he was getting his right ankle looked at a little bit. Helmet still in his hand. He was walking on the sideline. Looked like a guy who was wanting to come back in this football game, and I would expect to come back in this football game soon.
Okay, good news.
Ineligible lineman downfield on the offense. 5 yards, replay 2nd down.
And penalties kind of cost Maryville on that first drive. They had it 1st down and 10 at the Powell 29, then an incomplete pass, lost a yard, lost 6 yards, and then had to quick kick. So as you always astutely point out, Austin, as Derek Hunt makes the calls, hanging around the chicken coop.
They are right now. You know, this is how if you're Powell, if you can get off the field again and just get the offense back to the football.
3 receivers top of your screen, inside handoff, shot out of a cannon. Here's the speed. Magdo's trying to cut him down, and he will inside the 15, but not until after a huge gain by the Virginia commitment, Noah Vaughn. 44 yards.
Watch the hole right here by the interior of the offensive line. Great job pull block by the tight end, no less. And a nice job by Magdos, saves the touchdown. And again, you make Maryville earn it if you're Powell.
1st and 10 at the 14. Everything for Maryville starts at the center position. Cal Grubbs, a senior, 6'4", 290, headed to Liberty. And they'll go right behind him. Nowhere to go on that one.
No, that time all 44. Sharvin Thomas, another sophomore for Powell.
You know, this Powell team dominated a week ago in a 48-14 loss to Anderson County. And You know, obviously the loss of Potts was disappointing for Powell, but the consensus opinion across the board as you talk to Powell and other coaches, Anderson County may just be that good this year.
Yeah, I think they are going to be very good this year. You know, it still comes down to beating Elizabeth and beating Greenville. But, I mean, again, last year you went 0-5 in non-region play. You already want to know. You play Science Hill this week. They just come off of a nice win against Elizabeth, and a team you're going to have to get past. And so you have a real litmus test game, in my opinion, for the Mavericks this week on the road in Johnson City.
Well, it's a Science Hill team. By the way, Price Davis there on the run. A Science Hill team that went to Elizabethton last week and beat the Cyclones of Sean Witten 17-7. So the defense for the Toppers obviously very good this year. 3rd down and 7, maybe 6 at the 11, and this one of those key spots on the field if you're the underdog on defense. Clemmer, the quarterback, fakes the handoff, looks to throw, rolls left, and just gets rid of this football. There are no flags down, and you would expect Maryville to send the field goal unit out, and they will. And for Powell, Maryville has gotten deep into your territory twice now.
Yep.
And even if this goes through 2 times into your territory and you've given up 3 points. Corbin Price, the kicker, 28-yard field goal attempt.
See, that's the kind of thing you can't have if this is on Powell.
And if you're Maryville, you're going to send the offense back out.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the defense. Still 4th down.
4th down and 1, and there is no way that Derek's not sending the offense back out with no Avant. And here they come.
I mean, you can't make those mistakes. Worried about trying to block it. Just you got to score to beat them anyway. So I mean, like losing 3 points here is nothing.
Matt made the comment before the game. We were watching film together, and he said they're the most boring team I've ever seen. And that's such a compliment because they just don't make mistakes.
They got to get about 1.5 yards, maybe 2, depending on where that distance. It looks like it's in between the 4 and the 5 at the angle I'm looking at.
And if there's a microcosm of the difference, and people say, why does Maryville have the success that they do? That's it right there. That's the difference. Vaughn and the Wildcat.
I think they may have just got it back.
They'll give them the 5 yards back. And now Derek, as I compliment Maryville.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. Still 4th down.
That's a look on Derek Hunt's face you don't see very often. He literally is giving an earful.
Field goal kicker is like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. To have my opportunity taken away.
Yeah, so same bat station, same bat channel. Football down at the 18, a 28-yard field goal attempt to give Maryville the lead, and it will go through. So the Rebels score first off the right foot of Corbin Price in a 3-0 lead. Well, Exterior Home Solutions is honoring our dance cheer girls all over the and young man in the background there. So congratulations to all of them. Thanks for all that you do. Trust me, I know we've had dancers in our home for years, and the dance and the cheer work just as hard as the football guys, and Exterior Home Solutions wants to make sure that all those young ladies and young men are honored and respected as well. 3-0, Maryville with the lead. 2:38 to go, and a 6-play 51-yard drive in 2:38.
Be interested to see if Price gets this to the end zone, or does he give Magdos a chance at a return?
good kickoff and no return. So better field position for the Panthers. The last time they started at their own 9-yard line, I guess, inside their 10. Well, great photos to be had all year long on Rivalry Thursday of not just the football game, but the band and the cheerleaders. You can find all those by scanning the QR code. And it will take you to dhil.photo. As a young high school graduate is starting up a business, we decided to help him out. Great shots on there. And you can see him as well on our Twitter at Rivalry Thursday. 3 receivers top of your screen. Aiden Green on the island by himself at the bottom of your screen. And they will look to throw. Quick pass to the outside to Magnos. And he'll be quickly taken down right out about the line of scrimmage.
I like what they're doing early in the football game, Mark. They're trying to do some high percentage passes with Stooksbury. They're not putting him in a situation to where all the pressure's on him. But at some point, they've got to take a deep shot. Maybe that's what they're building up towards. At some point, you've got to loosen the defense up, because Maryville playing a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage right now. All 9 of the 11 are within about 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Call that a gain of 1. Young quarterback rolling out, will escape. Has nowhere to go with the football, and he finds Aiden Green. And Green will be quickly taken down on a nice tackle by Peyton Cooper, a senior.
He was kind of hidden, and the one underneath receiver, I think, thought it was coming to him. Watch him throw this football right by the young man right there. Green kind of just camped out right there along the sideline, almost hidden.
3rd down and 3. Let's not forget that Powell got a first down on 2 runs early.
Yeah, they did.
So
they ran it since.
Don't abandon the run. And they'll swing this one out, and they will get the first down barely.
Here comes the flag from the back judge
from behind.
Probably setting up for a hold.
And that is a big hold.
Right here's your spot. Here's the end of the run. Okay. All right. You got it right there? Yeah. Holding on the offense. Replay, 3rd down.
See if we can see the hold. There's a hold right there on the left a little bit. Big penalty from a 1st down to a 3rd and 9 back at the 21. Young quarterback Dylan Stooksbury had not had a snap with the first-team offense when he went into the game last week at Anderson
Nice
County.
job of picking that one off the turf.
Comes up with that, rolls out, and will throw this one downfield. And nice defensive play, knocked away by number 18, Drew Wallace, as Stooksbury kind of threw that one up for grabs.
He did, but love the way he picked that one off the turf. A low snap. Did not get flustered when he got a little bit of pressure. Now Aiden Green will be passed. Well, that's actually not going to be Aiden Green. It will be Stooksbury. He's going to punt as well.
First punt not real good. Stooksbury is awfully good. Another low lining punt.
Oh, that's a nice job, because that was going all the way to the goal line otherwise. Now Maryville will have the ball.
And flags come in from behind, and there is a flag back at the punter. So there are multiple flags on the field. There are more referees without flags in their pockets than there are ones left.
Have fouls on both teams. Running into the kicker on the defense. I got a personal foul, blindside block on the offense. We will offset and replay the down, 4th down. Okay, we'll bring it.
So here comes the running into the kicker, and a nice acting job as well. There's no way he got hit that hard.
That's a win for Powell. Maryville's going to have the ball on their side of the 50. Now they get to repunt.
It's a 37-yard punt. We did replay on that one, and it did look like a running into the kicker. Jax Kirby is back deep for Maryville again.
Yeah, I think the Powell side is upset about the blindside block.
Does one supersede the other?
We have the offset. They're both against Maryville. That's what we figured out.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
That's why they were upset, because they couldn't figure out how did we have a legal blindside block. What were we trying to block? Trying to tackle.
Two flags on the same team, and they offset.
Hey, it's Nick and Jake with the Pre-Owned Patrol at Ted Russell Ford. Here to remind you that we don't just buy pre-owned vehicles, we sell them too. Our pre-owned summer sales bin is chock full of quality pre-owned vehicles. Like late model pre-owned trucks as low as $27,995. And over 80 pre-owned SUVs in stock. From economy to luxury, everything's on sale at Ted Russell Ford. And of course we're buying vehicles. We'll even come to you for a no-obligation trade appraisal. Don't miss our pre-owned summer sales event at both locations at Ted Russell Ford.
So the penalties will move the football back to the 34-yard line for Maryville. And up 3-0 with 1:11 to go in the first quarter. I think we're still having some discussions, and John Ward and Matt Lowe, along with Josh Briscoe, will have a little bit more of a convo on the side. The LMU halftime report coming up here in just a bit. The Matlock kick for tires. We're over 2 right now. All right, Gray Hodges, Sounds of the Bands. We'll be with Fellowship of Christian Athletes, our Friday night preview, and much more coming up on the LMU halftime report.
Speaking of sounds, Chad Brown has got the parab right there beside this. Let's go inside and listen.
I don't know, man. Not really sure we want to do that. Well, thanks to Tim Elrod and OEB Law for $1,000 going to the home school tonight. It's the dance team at Powell High School accepting the $1,000 for OEB Law, and $1,000 tomorrow night going to go to Oliver Springs and Kingston as they play tomorrow night. The OEB Law game of the week on BBB TV 12 on a multitude of media outlets. First down and 10.
Tim not here tonight. He's still on that emotional high from the big win last week over Powell.
5 receivers in the pattern. Clemmer will look to throw. This one pops wide open, but overthrows the receiver and wishes he had that one back because Zeke McCoy was all by himself.
Those are the plays if you're Powell, you're just like excelling, because you just know that you have to be better defensively.
Holding on the offense, number 72. Replay first down.
Yeah, first down and 20 now. Actually from the spot of the foul, that moves them all the way back to the 21. First down and 23. Loss of 13 yards. Clemmer will hand off to Vaughn to see how much he can get back of that, and maybe 3 yards.
If you're Powell, you just want to force them into a third and plus 8 or 9. If anything more than that, it's just gravy. You want Maryville playing, from behind the sticks as much as you can get them, because they just rarely do it.
I think you gain confidence if you're this Powell defense. The touchdown would have been called back anyway when Clemmer overthrew the receiver. However, if you're a defender, you're saying we may be able to pick one off this guy. Let's be aggressive. 2nd down and 19. Clemmer looks to throw across the middle, and the defense is right there at the 31-yard line, and that may be the last play of the first quarter.
They'll bring up 3rd down and about 12 or 13.
Clock at 13, 14 seconds to go. Looks like we may get another play off.
I'm Maryville, I'm in no rush here.
And they're not. That will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 Maryville on FCA's Rivalry Thursday, presented by Pilot Company. The defending 5A state champions down 3 to the state power from Blount County.
Rivalry Thursday is brought to you by Pilot Company, Ted Russell Ford, Food City, and Lincoln Memorial University.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
125 years ago, LMU was born out of the desire to provide opportunity to the underserved, a living memorial to a great president who believed knowledge was a transformative force. Over the decades, we've prepared students for careers in medicine, education, nursing, business, and law, so they can go serve their communities. While a lot has changed over the past 125 years, our mission has not. Values, education, service. This is Lincoln Memorial University.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent in Farragut. I've been an agent here for 14 years, and I'd love to earn your business. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We're there for you if you're buying a home, a car, or you have a teenager that's starting to drive. We can help with all of that. We'd love to earn your business.
When it comes to the game of football, teamwork is critical for success. When it comes to customer service and business, that team approach is just as critical. That's why we're such believers in our friends at Exterior Home Solutions. We have seen firsthand how Exterior Home Solutions has supported our community and treats their customers just like family. So when it comes to roofing, siding, or maybe a complete overhaul, please make Exterior Home Solutions your first and only call.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Rivalry Thursday is brought to you in part by Knoxville Orthopedic Clinics, proud orthopedic provider for the Rivalry Showcase.
Well, the second quarter is brought to you by Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Support the ministry that makes the difference in the lives of so many athletes all over Tennessee. State Farm T-shirt toss is brought to you by Jessica Green, Jeanette Rogers, Scotty Dykes, and Laura Ash, as I call them our final four from State Farm.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting play call here from Maryville. What do? Do you work the middle of the field? Because that's probably what I do. Either that or I love a little screen pass to Noah Vaughn and see if you can get him loose.
3rd down. Clemmer
like
feels some pressure. They'll get it out to Vaughn, and the pressure comes up. Vaughn gets past it and will get the first down almost to midfield. Magdos had an opportunity but could not make the tackle.
First quarter stats by OEB Law, clearly one-sided. Maryville lived on the Powell side of the 50, and they just moved across the 50 once again. This time heading east to west.
That's a big play in a 3rd down and 13.
It's like I was in the huddle, knowing they were going to throw the screen pass.
Clemmer here with the bubble screen throws this one out. A broken tackle down the sideline and a first down. The quickness of DJ Gillens for a first down.
Yeah, and DJ is he's as you would call him, diminutive. All 5'7", 140 pounds. Ball's high, he goes and gets it, but you got to wrap up. Powell cannot let them have yards after contact, and right now that's happening all too frequent in some of these Maryville offensive drives.
First down and 10 at the 36-yard line. And starting to get a little rhythm. Clemmer here with the pass to the outside. Zeke McCoy. Gain of 6.
We have not seen Gage Ledoux since he went out of the game.
Now the Rebels getting in a bit of a rhythm here.
Well, they're speeding up tempo too, which is causing Powell to have to, play on their heels a little bit.
Second down and 4. Vaughn just sticks his head down, close to first down yardage.
Will be just short.
Looks like they'll call him just short and a third down and about 1, maybe half a yard.
That's the thing about playing Maryville, as you pointed out earlier about last year's game.
A throw out of it. Wow. Well, there's confidence for the quarterback.
Things can change when you play Maryville. You can be right there with them, and all of a sudden you blink twice and you're down 3 scores.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it for so many years. When they made the transition from George Quarles to Derek Hunt, nothing changed. Just nothing changed. First down, handoff to Vaughn, right up the middle. Quick feet, still running down inside the 10. A gain of 11 yards and first down and goal for Maryville.
5'10", 190 pounds, low center of gravity. You cannot tackle him up high.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. Wide side of the field, the near side. Clemmer will turn, hand off to Vaughn off left tackle. He will back his way down to the 4. Vaughn does such a great job of just keeping those feet moving, whether he's running forward or running backward. He understands running downhill.
Do something strange here. Basically, everybody's come off the field, including the quarterback. Now the quarterback will come back in, but literally half the offense was off the field, minus the offensive line. Vaughn is out. Price Davis.
9th play of the drive. Clemmer here will keep it himself. Maybe a couple of yards will bring up a third down and goal around the 4. Maybe no gain on the play. Let's see. They'll fake the handoff. And everybody ripping at the football. Sharvin Thomas, number 44, almost ripped that ball loose. Third and goal at the 4. You would anticipate 4-down territory. And with that, Clemmer will roll right, looking for his tight end. Nobody there. The receiver breaks free. Touchdown.
Beautiful throw by Clemmer. Fits it into a tight window to Caleb Dunford. I mean, he threw this thing with some velocity right here at the end. And watch Dunford just kind of stick those hands out and snag it.
Nice catch. Couldn't find anybody for the longest time, and then all of a sudden saw Dunford.
Now Dunford will come in and hold for the kick of Corbin Price.
Snap is back. Hold is good, and the extra point is up, and it is good. 10-0 Maryville on FCA's Rivalry Thursday, presented by Pilot Company. Rebels up by 10. But 10-0, Maryville has the lead after the touchdown on the 10-play, 66-yard drive. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Dunford with the 4-yard touchdown. And with this kick into the end zone, we will head down on the sideline. Frank Gambuza along with Tasha. And I believe who we got, Isaac down there?
This is Isaac right here. Yes, it is.
Tell us what we got working here, guys.
Well, by the way, we got another great night of high school football here, that's
great.
for sure.
Yeah.
But Isaac's a senior here at Powell High School. Tasha's the newest barber at Gambuza's Barbershop. She hails from your ex-state of Texas and has made her way to Tennessee. So she's going to be doing Isaac's hair tonight. And he, like everybody else his age, they got like most of their face covered. So we're going to see what he looks like, number one, and then once we do that, we're going to cut some of it off. But he don't want it completely off, and he's a handsome kid. And Tasha, anything specific that you'd like to say?
I'm just excited to be here, excited to show off our awesome skill at Gambuza and give Isaac the cool haircut, and let's do this.
All right, so a minute ago, Frank said sure, but he said sure.
Sure.
Now, I want you to say Jersey Shore.
Mark, you know, I'm from Powell. You know that, right?
That's Austin, by the way.
Again, for the 100th year in a row,
okay.
You don't know who's who.
Well, I'm consistent at least.
There's no doubt about that.
But
like a Frank's haircut, super consistent, right?
But I'm a Powell guy. I moved to Powell when I first moved from Jersey, and so I feel like I'm on my home turf here. And hopefully my grandson, McCray, is watching, saying hello to him, and Powell's my home.
Hey, so I'll say this. When somebody's making a smart aleck comment to you, it's Austin. When somebody's being respectful, it's me, okay?
I don't think so, Mark. It could be either one of you guys.
Nice. This is true. This is true, Frank. That way to call him on his nonsense.
Yes.
Again, I want you to say sure, and then shore, and tell me the difference between the two.
Jersey Shore. S-H-U-R-E.
Have a good one, man. We'll do the reveal at halftime.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, boys.
Sounds good. Oh, my goodness. Well, while we were yakking, just 3 yards and a third down and 7, maybe 8 coming up right here.
Got to get the ball to Aiden Green. They've got it to him once.
And there's a sack. He just throws it behind him.
That's either intentional grounding or a fumble. They've got to decide what they want to call this.
They'll call incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was not incomplete pass.
I mean, he tosses it behind his back. There's no way that can just be an incomplete pass. But they're putting it back down on the ground at the 23-yard line. Well,
where's the guy in the area here? We'll take a look at it on the replay.
I don't know. I hate to sit here and second guess him for forever, but the behind the back pass is usually reserved for basketball.
Where's the guy in the area? That's the question.
So he's going down and just
nobody in the area.
Throws it behind him.
It's got to be either a fumble or it's an intentional grounding.
Yeah. Third punt of the night, whatever happened. And here's that danger zone spot in the game that Matt Lowe talked about.
This is Aiden Green on the punt.
Aiden Green the ball gets about 3 feet off the ground and down to the 38-yard line. 39-yard punt with a hang time of half a second. Well, the 2022 FCA Night of Influence is coming up October 24th. Former Georgia head coach Mark Richt will be there as he is dealing with Parkinson's disease. He's got an inspirational story. Purchase your tickets and join us that night, August the 24th, at the Knoxville Expo Center for Mark Richt. And by the way, that was still a forward pass by the quarterback. There's no way it could be a forward pass and not intentional grounding. I mean, the ball did go forward.
Yeah, correct.
But so 7:14 to go. Maryville up 10-0. And they'll fake the handoff. Clemmer looks to throw, throws this one out, and they'll say incomplete. Trying to get that to DJ Gillens, and a good look here.
Yep. He had a chance, just have to do his hands and hit the turf. At some point, Maryville is going to go back to the play that they overthrew the young man that there ended up being a penalty on, but he was wide open about 3 drives ago.
Yeah, it was a 3 receivers to one side set. So, but Noah Vaughn off left tackle busts his way through for 9 yards and a 3rd down and 1 at the 47.
Great job on that left side.
You know, his running style is kind of like Eric Gray a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. And I think it helps that Gray now wears 0 at Oklahoma. And
maybe I always go by that. I don't know, but I think his style just makes me think.
The way he moves, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I think you know if I didn't,
oh, trust me. Yes, you would. 3rd down and 1. They'll go back inside. Vaughn gets the 1st down and then some. Vaughn into the secondary. Carrying defenders inside the 20. And a gain of 34 yards for Noah Vaughn, headed to Virginia.
Great job by 72 and then 79. Aiden Edwards, Houston Ratledge. Maryville on the move, using Vaughn a lot between the 20s.
1st down and 10 at the 19. Ooh. By the way, to clarify, the FCA Night of Influence with Mark Rick is October the 24th. Somebody messaged me that I said every month but October the 24th. October the 24th is the FCA Night of Influence with Mark Rick, just so we're clear. Into the D1 red zone. Down to the 17. 2nd down and 3. Hand off to Price Davis around left end, and will not gain any yardage at all on a 3rd down. Actually, a little loss of yardage, 3rd down and 9.
If you force them into a field goal here, it keeps it a 2-score game.
I don't know that I don't call it 4-down territory. You've got a team on the other side with the young quarterback, hadn't played any. And I think a good timeout here.
Powell.
Taken by Powell on the defensive side. Well, our good friend Pete Hall from Dynabody stopped by today to talk about why Dynabody is such an option for you when it comes to your school gym, your home gym, whatever gym. Here's Pete Hall.
Well, Pete Hall is here from Dynabody. Pete, we showed last week all of the equipment that you've got down in the dungeon. You've got a lot down there.
It's loaded down there, and it changes every single week with new equipment, used equipment, refurbished equipment, as is. I mean, it's amazing the amount of stuff that moves in and moves out of there.
We've got all kinds of boxes down there. You've got all kinds of dumbbells and barbells. Why do you have so much?
Well, we were able to order correct. We had a couple of suppliers that had gotten truckloads in and offered us to take the whole truckload, and we just said send it because we know we're going to sell it sooner or later.
You can get more information, dynabody.com.
And once again, you can learn more at dynabody.com. E2 Sports Scholar Athlete of the Game for Maryville is Ty Elder, a senior safety, 4.43 GPA. Yes, still don't understand how that's possible, just because I never had a class that I could get over a 4, and I never got to a 4. I mean, that kid's just smarter than you and me combined. 3rd down and 9.
They weight them differently now than when you were in school, Packer.
Inside handoff. They will not get the 1st down. Only a gain of 2 yards, so 4th down and 6. You punting? Are you kicking a field goal, or are you going?
I'm kicking the field goal. But again, I think a lot of it depends on how you feel about your field goal kicker. Clearly, Maryville has a lot of confidence in one Corbin Price.
And if you're Powell, I mean, you don't jump off sides here. You tell your guys just let them kick because you're still within 2 possessions. A 35-yard field goal from the left hash for Corbin Price. Kick is up, and it is no good. And for Powell, hanging around. Well, if you have a student who's preparing for the ACT, look no further than my friends at the Coots Cram Course to get that student ready. Schools have raised their merit scholarships. The lottery dollars have gone up for a score of 21 and above. And they stopped for a little bit during COVID requiring ACT for admission. They're back to requiring it. So these ACT tests are very, very important, and classes are coming up September the 3rd, October the 8th, December the 3rd. Check them out online at cramcourse.org. So first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. For the first time tonight, 2 running backs next to Stooksbury. And to the outside, a gain of a couple of yards. A gain of a couple of yards.
Tried to give it to Darius Redmond. I think this could be a hold on Powell, which means it'll be, or block in the back on Powell, which means it'll be backing on up inside the 20.
By the way, the injury to Jordan Potts to his shoulder.
Get back. Blocking the back on the offense, number 4. Replay, first down.
The AC joint sprain is what it is, as you see the block on Faust right there. If this had been a playoff game, he would have played. If this had been a region game, he would have played. According to the family and according to Matt Lowe. You're looking big picture. So it's the exact same injury that Dylan Hopkins had back in 2014 for Maryville against Catholic. Remember, Cade Mays was playing in the game, and Maryville won like 51-49 or 49-48. It was a high-scoring game. Well, the next week, Maryville went to Oakland, and Dylan Hopkins was held out of that game for the very same injury. Could have played, but he didn't. They lost the game 17-14 to Oakland. He came back and they went on to win a state championship. So same kind of deal with Potts. He got up today and went to school hoping and expecting to play. And the doctors at KOC said it's just not worth it. His dad jokingly messaged me during the broadcast and said, we are begging them to let him play. I mean, because it's a close game. And Matt said, I don't care how close the game is, he's not playing. So, Eric Kane, let me ask you this. How much do those injuries like that hurt?
No, they are so painful, very, very painful. And it's really not that bad of an injury overall because, again, he could play tonight if he had to, but they're very painful. Anytime you get contact on it, you hit the ground. And the thing with him, it's in his throwing shoulder. And so a lot of times they'll put bubble wrap literally underneath the shoulder pads on top, and you go out there and play. I mean, you can't throw a football like that. So hopefully he'll be back next week, but it is extremely painful.
His parents were telling me before the game, I think they told you this same story, Austin, that in 6th grade he was playing in the Baby Falcon League as the flags continue to come in. Played most of the season with a broken bone in his foot. He limped around, but wouldn't let anybody do an x-ray because he wanted to play.
Yeah, the competitor in him doesn't want to be at. This is eating at him hard. And it should. I mean, and it just makes the drive to get back next week even more. Again, they need him for that game against Carnes.
Yeah, and Carnes next week against Deshaun. But speaking of schedules, love to show you our schedule and what we've got. Because Tennessee plays their season opener against Ball State 1 week from tonight, there will be no Rivalry Thursday game. I may be dumb, I'm not stupid. So we don't have a broadcast next Thursday. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be at Carson Newman as they have imploded the stadium at Gibbs as they're doing renovations. So Central at Gibbs, we played at Carson Newman. CAK at Webb. Sign me up for September 22nd, west at Alcoa. One of our best broadcasts we'll ever have will be September the 29th because Austin won't be there.
I won't. You're right. I still, the Gibbs thing blows me away. How someone signed a contract for a stadium to not be completed until November 1st when the football season ends the weekend before. And I tell you who really can potentially get shafted in this whole deal is the soccer team at Gibbs. Because if they're, and to my knowledge, they've not done anything on the stadium in a while. If they don't get completed by the spring and there is no soccer home games, think about this. For this year's seniors, freshman year canceled due to COVID. Sophomore year playing with super restrictions. Last year you had no stadium. This year you had no stadium. That's your 4 years of high school soccer at Gibbs.
Football comes loose, and Maryville comes up with the football. And that's what happens. We have seen this movie before. Maryville football at the 17-yard line.
Well, just like we talked about, you can be right there and blink twice, and you're down 3 scores.
And it's like Matt Lowe said before the game. It's those last 5 minutes of the second quarter. You go into halftime and you say, what happened?
Well, it's a lot of times it's the middle 8, the last 4 and the first 4 of the second half. And last year they piled it on late, then they scored to start the second half. It was over. Same thing here. You go up 17-0, you get the ball back, you get the ball, early on second half score, and it's all she wrote.
Brandon Husky from behind knocking that one loose. A little stop and go.
Oh, he almost brought that down with one hand. It was great coverage that time by Marcus Jackson. Kudos to him. He did not bite on any of the pump fakes. Stayed right with the receiver. Really good coverage by that young man right there.
.241 to go. By the way, Powell gets the football to start the second half.
Again, Powell yet to cross midfield. Joe, how many first downs do they have? Maybe 2, 1?
Clemmer looks to throw, gets it to Vaughn out of the backfield, and this is just Noah Vaughn being Noah Vaughn. 18 yards, however, is there a flag? Apparently there is no flag. Somebody yelled that in my ear. So the touchdown and a 16-0 Maryville lead.
They just throw it out to him. Watch him put one foot in the dirt right there, get north-south, and then it's just all speed to the edge. I said going into the game, they love to get the ball to him out of the backfield. He catches the ball so well for a tailback. There is a flag on the field right here.
17-0 Rebels with the lead. 2:32 to go in the first half. And what great vision by the Virginia commitment. Although
personal foul, hurdling on the defense, number 22. Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
When it comes to the game of football, teamwork is critical for success. When it comes to customer service and business, that team approach is just as critical. That's why we're such believers in our friends at Exterior Home Solutions. We have seen firsthand how Exterior Home Solutions has supported our community and treats their customers just like family. So when it comes to roofing, siding, or maybe a complete overhaul, please make Exterior Home Solutions your first and only call.
Well, very similar to last year. By the way, wherever you are in East Tennessee, Exterior Home Solutions, your one-stop shop when it comes to roofing, siding, overhaul. Look them up online at exteriorhomesolutions.com. Much as last year in this game, you almost made it to halftime. And then right at the end of the first half, A couple of mistakes by Powell, and Maryville winning up by 14. But Powell has been able to generate zero offense tonight.
See, right here, this is where I onside kick. Why not, man? I mean, look where you're kicking from. You kick it, Powell's going to get the ball to 35.
I'm with you, but over the years, have we?
I know that's not what Derek does. I understand, but this is the perfect time to try this.
Maryville's the only team that can beat you 49-7. You shake hands at the end of the game. You're on the losing end and say, "Look forward to playing next year." They just kick a field goal here. I'll never forget that. By the way, Alcoa at halftime up on GP 17-7.
You were going to say the Charles West tweet?
No. What I was going to say, but the LMU halftime report's coming up. I always look forward to the Matlock Kick for Tires. What I was going to say is I'll never forget Joel Helton. Joel Helton was the head coach at Central. And he would lose to Quarles every time. He'd lose to Maryville every time. And he'd come across at midfield, and George was just all shucks, so nice, and do all the compliments and just beat you by 40, Joel. But, man, you're a great guy. And Joel would smile, and they'd do it again next year. And Quarles and Derek are the only two coaches I've ever seen that can do that. They don't have to fight to get games every year.
They do a little bit, but not to the point. Not to the point of some. You're right.
Not as much as Rankin had to.
That's because Gary wanted to play 3A school and not feature play.
Well,
with his 6A roster.
Yeah, seriously. How about that, by the way? 17-7 Alcoa.
By the way, he had a huge win last week. I know Greenback's down, but, hopefully he just keeps trucking down there at Boyd Buchanan. I know it'll be tough once, the playoffs get here because you'll have to go through Lipscomb, and nobody's going through Lipscomb. But, we wish him nothing but the best. And,
I'm going to tell you right now, I am looking more and more as we look at Maryville's schedule throughout the season. And after that, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. You got Farragut and Alcoa in Bearden the next 3 weeks. At Science Hill, Cleveland, Hardin Valley. That West game on October 21st looks really, really interesting. And what I was going to say is that I'm looking forward so much to West at Alcoa on September the 22nd, because I went to West practice the other day. Boy, they look good.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're really talented up front on the line of scrimmage, especially with C.J. Smith. And the kid's a really good player, former Valcheva Smith kid, just a junior. They're very disruptive.
That's the final Powell timeout. A first down and 10. Nice play fake here to the athletes. A gain of 9 yards and a second down and 1. Aiden Green. And if you're Powell, you have no timeouts left, but you got to be aggressive here. You get a touchdown to get to halftime. You go in down 17-7. You get the football to start the second half. That's how you have to think if you're Matt Lowe.
It's how you have to play. Yeah, you can't. I mean, sitting back here, just we're okay getting the first down, punting, and that type of thing. Doesn't matter how young you are or how
inside handoff to the outside, finding the gap, running over defenders out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 17 yards and gives the crowd something to cheer about.
Connor Wheeler that time getting outside off the left side of the offensive line, and that's got to be the Joe Newberg collision of the night, right? I mean, look, he just lowers the boom right here. Boom! Get out of my way.
That's a statement. The clock runs at 1:34 to go. And they'll go back to the ground inside. Not much doing there. Don't have any timeouts left.
You see 58, Byron Finger coming up a little bit. Hobbled.
Clock approaching a minute to go. And a quarterback, quick pass. Right through the hands of Dylan Toole. And a third down and 6. Stops the clock at 1:02. This Powell team will play host to Carnes next week. And everything currently Coastal Carolina commitment to Sean Bishop. 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw, can run if he wants. Will throw it across the middle. Should have run for the 1st down. Would have had it. And that's what Matt Lowe is yelling. Run the football. And you don't have any choice but to punt now. You can't give Maryville the football at your own 49.
You're right. If he had pump fake, even when he was past the line of scrimmage, it probably would have drawn enough to maybe even pick up more than what you needed.
Well, and, you know, no disrespect to the young quarterback. Stooksbury just doesn't have the experience. But that's where a guy like Potts, who's been playing as much as he has, takes off running and gets the 1st down with his feet. 4th punt of the night. Stooksbury will punt this one away. A low bouncing punt that will be fielded at the 15-yard line and around left end and out of bounds goes Jax Kirby. So 43 seconds to go. As always, my thanks to One Day Signs and Banners. I got a text from an athletic director locally this week saying, you got that number for One Day Signs and Banners?
Get that number for Ann.
865-525-5474.
The Charlie Angels of sign makers.
I have Ann's phone number, not to be given out to you, Austin. You'll call to see if this is a real person. 1st and 10. Clemmer. Catch is made right at the stick. Cannon Johnson on the catch. I said to Zach Nelson, who's the voice of the Central Bobcats, he'll be calling on Diamond Clear tomorrow, Central and Fulton, and he'll join us down on the field at halftime. But it was 3-0, but 7 minutes ago clock time as Clemmer looks to throw. Catch is made and out at the 45. There's about 7.5 minutes on the clock, and I said it'll still be 24-0 Maryville at the half. Because you've just seen, like I said, you've just seen the movie. You've seen the movie. You know Rocky gets up on the count of 9 in Rocky 2. Apollo doesn't get it. Clemmer looking to throw. What a grab. What a grab. Is that the Iris Network's connection of the game? DJ Gillens goes high in the air, and he's only 5'6". Timeout taken by the Rebels. Watch the catch.
Down to the 40 with 23 seconds to go, and that's just great extension. Even if you are 5'7", if you can torch your body in a way to give yourself a chance, then, you know, and exactly what Gillens did right here. Ball's outside and high, still able to get down to it. Nothing you can do if you're Powell there.
Ooh, came back.
Well, they're setting up down on the sideline for the Matlock kick for tires. Joe Matlock is there. I actually was over there yesterday with my wife's car. Did some low tires and went over there, found a nail in it, got the other one all fixed up for me, and on my way, that's where I go, is Matlock. Look at all the students down here, by the way. I mean, look, I want to see when the kid doesn't make the kick. I want to see him dogpile the kid. I mean, they did that last year. Last week, the 2 kick for tire student sections were pretty boring. They were. They didn't do anything. They went, it was embarrassing.
The kids kicking have to give them a reason to dogpile.
Onside kick should be reason enough. All 6 Maryville drives have gotten into Powell territory in a 17-0 lead.
Oh, none of the guys for Powell have gotten into the Maryville territory in a 17-0 deficit.
1st down and 10. Clemmer throws this. Well, bad. Good catch by Price Davis, but
would have been better off dropping.
Yeah, lost yardage there. Tomorrow night in week 2 of high school football, some intriguing matchups. Central and Fulton play tomorrow. Oak Ridge is over at Bearden. Farragut over at West.
Yep, I've already been threatened by Deb Lewis again. Better not pick Farragut. Of course, Mark in the pregame show said Farragut has 0 chance, no chance to take out West. West is the greatest team in football.
Is what?
You got him as the greatest team in football?
Who, West?
Yeah.
I don't have him as the greatest team in football. I'll just say this. I played in the Powell golf tournament last year. Powell won a state championship. I played in the West golf tournament this year. If they win a state championship, my services are up for hire going forward in the preseason golf tournament.
Let me tell you about our efforts in the West High golf tournament. We shot 19 under, and we didn't sniff anything because you had throws, red tees, rope.
It was like the old Con Hunley Golden Gloves golf tournament where you had to shoot a 23 to win. 2nd down and 15 at the 45. Clemmer will play fake. Looks to throw back.
Love this play. Love this play. Love
down
this
the
play.
Sideline and almost.
Oh, man.
A little wheel route to Noah Vaughn.
The wheel's always open. Oh.
Yeah, he turned and said, yeah, I had you beat. So 3rd down and 15. Clemmer feeling some pressure. Getting rid of the football.
That was a heck of a play call.
The old David Cutcliffe draw play. Nope. 3rd down and 15. Clemmer feels the pressure, throws this one out. Knee is down. They'll let him keep running. I thought the knee was down. And it doesn't matter. That will take us to halftime.
Hold on, man.
Oh, the official's still doing some talking as the kids are all out on the field for the Mountain Lock kick for tires. Powell's walking off the field.
Powell's overdone.
Maryville's the Rock of Gibraltar, not moving. John Ward says we're at halftime. And Maryville will now leave the field. 17-0 is the halftime score, which has given us time for Eric Kane and Joe Matlock to set up for the Matlock kick for tires. Eric? It's a rowdy group down there, Eric.
All right, so we got Preston right here, and you golf. Never kicked a field goal, right?
No, sir. I'm ready.
You a little nervous?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little shaky, but.
Joe, this would be a great atmosphere for somebody to make a kick right here, right?
Yeah, I can't hardly hear what he's saying, but apparently he's a golfer, so we'll see how his chip shot is, but good luck, Preston.
The Matlock kick for tires is on the line. Go ahead when you're ready.
You're pitching us to half.
4 free tires to set the tires if the field goal is true. Still gets a free oil change, though. Kick is up. That looks good. That kick is good. And Preston's getting bobbed. What a way to end the half. Matlock kick for tires, the first make of the season. Goes to Preston right here from Powell. At the halftime break, 17-0 Powell. Maryville is leading Powell. The LMU halftime report is coming up next.
Unbelievable.
Get this guy a jersey.
There you go.
Hey, that worked good.
Rivalry Thursday is brought to you by Commercial Bank, Humana, E2 Sports, and OEB Law.
Do you want top-of-the-line fitness equipment for home, school, or work? New or reconditioned, Dynabody in Maryville has everything you need to build that gym. Used equipment brands include Paramount, Life Fitness, Nautilus, Hammer Strength, and Precor. Reach for the power with Dynabody.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. We're proud to be known for our outstanding hometown customer service. We've been doing things that way for over 60 years. But Matlock now offers new modern conveniences, such as family-friendly waiting areas, online appointment scheduling. You can even shop for tires and see our current stock right from your computer or smartphone. We invite you to stop into one of our 5 convenient locations or come see us online at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown service. Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Costad. Dr. Malone and I here at Knoxville Smiles are here to help you with any of your dental needs, whether it's a routine cleaning, a root canal, or if you just want some advice. Did you know that you don't have to settle for a denture anymore? My team and Dr. Malone are here to help you no matter where you're at and to help you figure out the truth for your dental health. So give us a call or visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Hi, I'm Annie Jones. I'm the owner of Top Flight Athletics in Kingston.
Hi, I'm Rob Black, Athletic Director at Fulton High School.
When it comes to apparel and uniforms for our girls, quality and efficiency are most important. So I've got a lot of cheer moms to deal with.
When we think of apparel and equipment vendors, we're thinking about people who we can trust and people that we have a relationship with, and someone that will make sure we get what we want when we want it, and it'll look the way that we designed it.
That and the fact that they are locally owned is the reason that we do business with E2 Sports.
E2 Sports has been that for us, and that's who we're in partnership with right now, and couldn't be more proud to do so.
Reach for the power with Dynabody. New Dynabody workout equipment is made right here in Tennessee and shipped across the country. Right now, get heavy savings during our fall clearance. Go online to Dynabody.com or call to get started today.
Hi, I'm Jessica Green. I'm your Loudon and Sweetwater State Farm agent. With 64 years of combined insurance experience, my team and I make sure that your insurance is the right fit for you and your family. No matter how complex your needs are, my team and I keep one simple goal in mind: to help you get the coverage you need with the personal service you'd expect from any hometown company. At my agency, we go beyond products to the relationships. You're a person to us, not just a number. That's how I do business as your agent and as your neighbor. My team and I enjoy helping customers find the right policy, whether it's for their auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, life insurance, or multiple other products that we offer. Call, text, or come see us today or in the near future at our convenient Loudon or Sweetwater locations. I would love to earn your business.
Welcome to the Rivalry Thursday Halftime Report, brought to you by Lincoln Memorial University.
Well, 17-0 is the halftime score. Maryville with the lead. Welcome back to the LMU halftime report. Let's head down the field. The Maryville marching band, the Gray Hodges Sounds of the Band.
Rivalry Thursday Sounds of the Band, sponsored by Gray Hodges Corporation, supplier of craft-made cabinetry.
Really nice job by the Maryville Marching Band, our Gray Hodges Sounds of the Band. Want to welcome in Steve Llewellyn with Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Steve, what a great night for football out here.
Incredible. It's an incredible night. Thank you guys. It's an honor to be here with you guys.
Absolutely. You know, one of the most important things is the influence that coaches have on athletes. And I think a lot of people don't understand why athletics are so important, and it's because of those incredible influences like the coaches.
Absolutely. You know, that's our vision with FCA is to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches. And obviously most people know we want to minister to that student athlete, but you hit it on the head. Influence is the main word there. Billy Graham once said that a coach will influence more lives in a year than the average person does in a lifetime. And so coaches, as you know, are always pouring out. And so FCA, we want to be there to come alongside that coach and pour into them, help equip and empower them to use that influence, obviously in a positive way.
You know, and what's great, Steve, is we have got some incredible coaches in East Tennessee who are mentors. We've got one of them on the other side of the field tonight in one Derek Hunt.
Absolutely.
Derek Hunt, he coaches at William Blount and Heritage and Greenback over in Blount County. Alcoa, Brian Nix. I mean, there's Derek right there. And just talk about what you're seeing on the screen.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that was the Knoxville Quarterback Club. Dean Craig was gracious. That's my supervisor to invite me to come to that. And I got to sit with Derek and, of course, CJ5 there. And those guys just going on to play at the collegiate level. And here, obviously, we've just got some players on the sideline. And in the middle there, you'll see a coach huddled up. That's at one of our competitors' camp at Johnson University, just having a time of worship with high school students.
Great stuff. And by the way, we mentioned earlier, Steve, that coming up on October the 24th is a very big night. It's the FCA Night of Influence with Mark Richt, the former Georgia head coach. Always enjoy being a part of that event, and I know this year's going to be special.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, I'm the director in the Smoky Mountain area that's partnering with Knoxville, the Greater Knoxville FCA, and we also have our fundraising banquet on October 11th.
Right.
With Jimmy, goodness gracious, I forgot his name.
Jimmy Dykes.
There you go.
Jimmy
Thank
Dykes.
you.
There it is.
I'm not as polished as Corey Crabtree on this, so I'm just. They brought in the scrubs, but anyway.
There it is right there. Jimmy Dykes on Tuesday, October the 11th, 6:30 at East Maryville Baptist Church. By the way, you can contact Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and you can get tickets to that event. Hey, Steve, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Mark, for all you guys do. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let's take a break right here on the LMU Halftime Report. Rivalry Thursday, the halftime score. Maryville has a 17-0 lead over Powell.
You're watching the Rivalry Thursday Halftime Report, brought to you by Lincoln Memorial University.
Well, the Maryville band is still out playing, but our Dizzy Bat race got put on hold. Eric Kane is out there. Eric, what are we playing for?
All right, so we got this awesome FCA prize bag. Got a T-shirt in here, some books, of course, this awesome bag. So a lot to stay here. All right, we got Davis, we got somebody else, Titus. There we go, Davis and Titus, and we're ready for the Dizzy Bat Challenge. You guys ready? All right, bats on the ground, no cheating. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And it looks like Powell wins the Dizzy Bat Challenge. we're going to let it count. Powell wins the FCA Dizzy Bet Challenge. We roll it.
They're all saying
Mark?
he didn't turn enough times, and Eric's like, we're done. He won. Hey, let's go back down to Frank Gambuza as we finish up the Gambuza's Game Night Makeover. Frank, how'd we turn out down there?
It turned out pretty good, Mark. Well, with Tasha cutting hair, we knew it would. But Isaac Hale looks like a different guy. You're able to see his face. He was very liberal with us changing it, but certainly not getting too far off. But, you know, a haircut is no different than like a sport coat for a guy.
Yeah.
It could be a beautiful sport coat, but if it's the wrong size, it don't look right. Well, what we did was right-size his haircut for his head shape and his face shape.
Okay, so Tasha, tell us what you did, because you did all the work here. Frank is just here for the charisma. She doesn't have a mic now. I thought she did earlier.
No,
okay.
she did earlier, but I know a little bit about hair, Mark, so I can tell you what she did.
Okay, go for it, Frank.
So she took it a lot tighter through the sides and back.
Yeah.
Right, formed it to his head. And obviously he was very high through here, and it just seemed out of balance. So she took it closer and cropped through the center, and she left the front a bit longer. And this we're calling the Isaac Flow. That's the name of his haircut, Mark.
No, the Isaac Flow. Sounds good.
What would you call Packer's haircut there, Frank?
We call that the Packer Pack. It's packed in, man. It's tight.
I was over there this week.
It's tight.
I was there this week. My boy Todd was cutting my hair.
Todd, he buttoned you up pretty tight, and you're always looking neat, so I can see that being a good fit.
Sounds good.
Mark, I got a text when we got off before. We got the whole Tennessee offensive line watching this game here tonight. They play a week from tonight.
Right.
And we're going to be down there watching that and watching them get their first win of the season.
Sounds good. Well, you know what? Text them back and say at some point we need the whole offensive line down there, getting game makeovers for the whole offensive line.
You know what? They'll probably do it. They're a bunch of great guys and stud athletes, so we're glad to have them.
Sounds good. All right, Frank, Tasha, appreciate it. Great job down there.
Thanks, all.
All right, so week 2 of the high school football season is tomorrow when Zach Nelson is down on the field. Telling us about Diamond Clear tomorrow night, diamondclearmedia.com. What games have you got for us tonight, Zach?
Yes, sir, Mark. Last week we had a fantastic slate of games, week 1 for you on the Diamond Clear Media Network. We'll have an even better slate for you here in week 2. Multiple more games coming. And the first one that we showcase, Farragut over at West. Farragut coming off a huge home win against Beach a week ago. West also getting a massive win, 20-point road win on Saturday at Bearden. It was a terrific game a year ago, kind of back and forth both sides. West getting the win at Farragut, 41-38.
Wow.
And get this series has been split over the last 6 years. West winning the last 3 games in the series, Farragut winning the 3 prior to that, and you can't ask for a better coaching matchup whatsoever. Eddie Courtney versus Lamar Brown. Our man John Boynton will have the call for you on diamondclearmedia.com tomorrow night. Also, Oak Ridge over at Farragut. Matchup of first-year coaches at each school. Scott West and Oak Ridge. And Oak Ridge winning week 1 at South Dole, convincing fashion. Josh Jones over at Bearden looking for his first win, and really a show-me game for both sides. Yeah. And I'll have the call for you, Farragut and Central tomorrow night. And really the question is how is that Central defense going to look against Fulton Stud quarterback Marcellus Jackson? Should be a fantastic game over there in the Battle of Broadway. And then a big one, Clinton taking on Austin East. Clinton put up 48 points and a shutout against William Blount a week ago. How's that Roadrunner defense going to look against the Dragon O?
Sounds good. Fulton and Central tomorrow night, diamondclearmedia.com. Zach, do a good job on the call tomorrow night. Have a lot of games for you, diamondclearmedia.com.
Thanks, Mark.
Before we go to a break, the Powell Band is out on the field, ready to roll as the LMU halftime report continues. If you're just joining us, it's 17-0. Maryville is the halftime score. Powell will get the football to start the second half. Shelby Whitehead is the band spotlight, brought to you by Exterior Home Solutions as we wait for the band to get started. And here goes the Powell Band, our Gray Hodges sounds of the band.
Thanks for watching the Rivalry Thursday Halftime Report, brought to you by Lincoln Memorial University. Rivalry Thursday is brought to you by Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Iris Networks, Knoxville Orthopedic Clinics, and Exterior Home Solutions.
125 years ago, LMU was born out of the desire to provide opportunity to the underserved, a living memorial to a great president who believed knowledge was a transformative force. Over the decades, we've prepared students for careers in medicine, education, nursing, business, and law, so they can go serve their communities. While a lot has changed over the past 125 years, our mission has not. Values, education, service. This is Lincoln Memorial University.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
Safety, integrity, reliability. More people trust the Joe Newbert family to return their vehicle back to its original condition or better. Only Joe Newbert Collision Centers offer pickup and delivery, worry-free insurance claim handling, and guaranteed repairs for as long as you own your vehicle. Insist on locally owned Joe Newbert Collision Centers. And drive safely out there.
Being a State Farm agent for over 30 years, I've walked alongside my customers through all their life stages. Saving you money on your insurance is something I take pride in, but earning your trust is something I value just as much. You can count on me to be there through all life's joyous moments.
Real comfort, real food, real good. For almost 30 years, that's been Aubrey's commitment to you. But when everything changed overnight, you taught us what real good really looks like. You've called in takeout and delivery orders, and sometimes you just called to say hello. Thank you. Thank you for ordering, tipping so generously, and helping us keep people working, because that's what real good really looks like, and we'll never forget it.
Apparel for Playoff Friday is furnished by E2 Sports and Adidas. E2 Sports, online at my e2sports.com. Fireworks for the Rivalry Showcase are sponsored by OEB Law.
The third quarter, when we get there, is brought to you by Pilot Company. The reason I say when we get there is that the Powell band started a little late, and so we'll head down to the field for Gray Hodges, Sounds of the Band. High school marching band, just a little bit of confusion getting the season started. Their first home game, Mark Packer along with Austin Price here. Week 2 of the high school football season, off and rolling. Alcoa a 10-point lead over Gatlinburg-Pittman, which is kind of a surprise.
Yeah, a couple years ago, GP stuck with Alcoa in the playoffs for a while. We'll see if they can do that for the rest of this one. Again, it's a 4-quarter game. What's the score look like at the end? You see Jordan Potts warming up right there. Don't see him playing, in the second half. At the same time, like, if he's not going to play, why are we letting him throw? Like, rest the shoulder, right? I mean,
well, I'd love to know what the conversation is. Can CB45 go down there with the Parab microphone? Okay, let's take a look at the first half highlights, show you how we got where we are. Early on, the Maryville offense, this was a 4th down, which was a big play.
Yeah, it ends up leading down to a big run right here by Noah Vaughn, which would set up the first score of the game, which was a Maryville field goal. That one is good, and it's 3-0 Rebels.
28-yard field goal off the right foot of Corbin Price, and then back came the Rebels again. Noah Vaughn right here breaking tackles down the sideline, a big gainer into Powell territory. That led to this.
Yeah, a beautiful throw right here. Fits it into a tight window for the touchdown to number 10, Caleb Dunford, and Maryville's up 10-0.
It's 10-0, and Powell's just trying to play clean football. The football is knocked loose by Brandon Husky, And that leads to Clemmer. Vaughn making the move and hitting pay dirt. 17-0 the score right there, and that's where we are. Now, Powell gets the football to start the second half, but you look at those first half statistics, and they really do tell the story.
They really do. I mean, look at the time of possession.
Wow.
And they had the ball a ton in the first half, and just really it was lopsided.
And I mean, you could say, look at the total yards, look at the rushing yards, look at the passing yards, look at the first downs. I mean, just look at every one of them.
And yet it's still only 17-0.
And it is. Powell gets the football, and I know that there have been discussions. Jordan would love to play, but he has been advised not to play. The game doesn't really matter.
Well, he's not going to play, and if he does, to me that's silly, because you should have started him if you feel that way.
Yeah.
Now, you're putting him in down 17-0.
The young quarterback Dylan Stooksbury, the sophomore, is in there.
You need to get him as much experience as you can, because at the end of the day, you may have to battle this all year long with Jordan, where he may have to come out to kind of get a little bit of rest. He may have to miss other games. You just need to give.
You never know when Joe Milton's going to come in for Hendon Hooker and be the guy again.
Yeah, you need Stooksbury to get as much experience as he can, and I think that in a game like this, you let it roll in the second half, and maybe even put him in positions where it may set him up to fail, but it lets him learn. Like, you let him take some shots, you let him do some things that maybe you don't normally let him do, but why not? I mean, see what he can do. See how much you can open things up with a young kid. See how much he can improve.
So Powell gets the football to start the second half. They still have not taken a shot downfield, and you give Maryville such credit. As Matt Lowe said before the game, they play such boring football. They don't, and when he said this,
they lean on you, and they lean on you, and they lean on you.
As we were in his office, as I said before the game, and he was watching Maryville's game against Heritage last week, and I said to him, any chance you throw any trickeration out, try to pull something out of the bag of tricks. And he pauses the film and he goes, look at them. They're all at home on defense. They're all staying at home. There's nobody out of position. They're so well coached, you can't trick them. And I said, best high school football coach team you've ever seen? He goes, I don't know if I've ever seen one better. Deep kickoff here and in the end zone, so the Powell offense.
Again, not counting Alcoa, I don't count Alcoa. They've not lost a game in region play and or locally since 2000. It's 2022. It's ridiculous.
I think it was 01 they lost to Halls.
Nope, 2000. 2000 they lost to Halls, they lost to Heritage. There for a while, Heritage had beaten Maryville since they had beaten William Blunt.
Was that the 0-4 start for Quarles?
Yes.
The 0-4 start, and they were trying to run him out of town, and then all he does is
That actually might have been 99.
Okay.
Either way, it's ridiculous. It's been that long since they lost a game locally, not named Alcoa.
By the way, I just noticed, I love how CB45 stiff-armed Matt Lowe as he was going down the sideline to get where he needed to go. Stooksbury 6 of 11 in the first half for 19 yards. Connor Wheeler, the sophomore, 5 carries for 38 yards in the first half. Make that 6 for 44.
Wheeler was a bright spot in that first half. Just didn't get a lot of touches for Powell.
And these poor receivers for Powell, we talk about these great receivers.
Go block.
They're going to have no stats. And like Cincinnati fans are going to go, we're taking Aiden Green. I mean, he's got 6 balls for 45 yards in the first 2 games.
Fans aren't watching that close.
These fans right here are. Give me a break. You do this for a living. You don't think they notice? Tennessee's got a commitment from a guy, and he's not doing anything. Why are we taking him?
I'm sure there's someone that says that, but it's very few and far between. And I don't think there's the same level of passion about Cincinnati football as there is Tennessee football. Not to say that they're not passionate at Cincinnati, because they are. The SEC is just a different animal.
Yeah, it just means more, right?
Correct.
Inside handoff, trying to get to the outside, using some speed. And a tough 2 or 3 yards.
Key third down here.
I think sometimes you ask yourself the question.
What are you calling here? Well, it's 3rd and 7.
It's 2nd and 7.
Oh, 2nd and 7. Sorry, they picked up the first down.
I haven't seen them run a jet sweep yet. I really thought they would run jet sweeps to try to get the football to some of these cats, and they haven't done it. Looking to throw, can run here. Took a shot. Caleb Graham. But Caleb Graham looks darn solid.
Good looking high school football player.
Oh, yeah. By the way, you could tell right there that Stooksbury's gotten some talking to at halftime about don't be afraid to touch the football and run.
Well, you have to. I mean, a couple of times he had an opportunity to pick up first downs, and I respect him keeping his eyes down the field because so many people just look to run when the first option's not there. But at the same time, to me, it's a balancing act.
3rd down and 6. Tewksbury looking to throw, gets flushed out and gets rid of the football. And a 4th down coming up for the Panthers.
We're excited on Hawaiian night.
Some of the outfits over there.
Maryville.
Some of the outfits over there are rather interesting. Jax Kirby is deep for the Rebels. Snap. Stooksbury with
that's a good punt. It's the best one he's hit tonight.
End over end punt taken at the 32 to the outside and driven out of bounds at the 45 after a 32-yard punt. Well, a number of these athletes in this game will be invited to be in the Commercial Bank Rivalry Showcase presented by Food City Saturday night, December the 10th at Anderson County, 7 p.m. Excited about a number of the players at schools locally. Davey Gillum, the head coach of East Tennessee, and Knoxville co-head coaches Eddie Courtney and Dave Meskey, who's announced that he will retire at the end of the season. By the way, I want to clarify something. I need to clarify something. They'll hand off inside. I got a call last week from Farragut Athletic Director Don Dodgen, and he said, "Did you say on TV that Eddie Courtney is retiring?" And I said, "Well, no, I just said that this past year, Clark Duncan and Joe Gaddis, who were our head coaches, both retired after the game. And I made a joke that Dave Meskey and Eddie Courtney both said, well, if we agree to coach, we don't have to retire, do we? Well, then Dave announces his retirement as the pass comes out to the near side for a short gain and close to first down yardage. Flag comes in. Eddie Courtney's not retiring. Okay, Davey Gillum's not retiring. But this is 3 out of 5 of the coaches at this point. Eddie Courtney's not retiring to make the Farragut fan base feel better.
If that's the case, then for the following year.
Here we go.
5-yard face mask on the defense. 5 yards from the end around, be first down.
Who are you wanting to retire the next year? Who are you wanting to be a coach so that they'll be forced into retirement?
Nick Saban.
We'll ask him. Send him an invite.
Can you imagine?
Lane Kiffin on one side, Nick Saban on the other. You guys get out of here.
Well, nobody cares if one retires one way or the other.
1st and 10 at the 40. Keep it on the ground. Noah Vaughn beat his lineman, Cal Grubb. Grubb's like, slow down just a little bit. Let me get in front of you. Well, when we did the Commercial Bank Rivalry Showcase last year, I felt like we went to a fireworks show and a football game broke out. I'm told it's going to be even More fireworks this time around.
Well, it's in Anderson County. It has to be. Like, I mean, that's like about rule. Like, you know, you go to AC, like they have to, whatever fireworks they had last year at Oak Ridge, they've got to at least like add 30% in Anderson County. Not to mention that they're bought by OEB Law, and it's Tim's home game.
True. Yes.
I do think we should have Richie know, though, to come out this year and like push the thing down that sets the fireworks off.
What, to implode the stadium?
Be fantastic.
So first down and 10 down at the 30 after the short completion. Noah Vaughn. See, that's where he looks like Eric Gray. That's where he looks like Eric Gray. The footwork for the 30-yard touchdown where he just breaks your ankles and then says, see ya.
You're right. That's exactly where it looks like. Otherwise, he actually runs a little bit bigger than EG does.
This is just pretty.
And 1, 2, and see ya.
I tell you one thing, I'm hoping he plays in the Rivalry Showcase. Can you imagine Noah Vaughn on one side, Deshaun Bishop on the other? Woo! Extra point is up. It is good. 19 carries, 156 yards for Noah Vaughn. His second touchdown of the night, 24-0 Maryville.
Rivalry Thursday is brought to you by Pilot Company, Ted Russell Ford, Food City, and Lincoln Memorial University.
Do you want top-of-the-line fitness equipment for home, school, or work? New or reconditioned, Dynabody in Maryville has everything you need to build that gym. Used equipment brands include Paramount, Life Fitness, Nautilus, Hammer Strength, and Precor. Reach for the power with Dynabody.
Hey, it's Nick and Jake with the Pre-Owned Patrol at Ted Russell Ford. Here to remind you that we don't just buy pre-owned vehicles, we sell them too. Our pre-owned summer sales bin is chock full of quality pre-owned vehicles. Like late model pre-owned trucks as low as $27,995 and over 80 pre-owned SUVs in stock. From economy to luxury, everything's on sale at Ted Russell Ford. And of course we're buying vehicles. We'll even come to you for a no-obligation trade appraisal. Don't miss our pre-owned summer sales event at both locations at Ted Russell Ford.
Hey, this is UT head football coach Josh Heupel. It's football time in Tennessee. When the Big Orange play, you don't have to miss a second of the action. Before, during, and after the game. Just make sure your radios are tuned in to 107.7 WIVK. Or if you're on the go, download the WIVK app and listen anywhere. Your flagship station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 107.7 WIVK. It's a Tennessee tradition.
Hi, I'm Anderson County head football coach David Gill, and I want to tell you about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions, East Tennessee's first choice in roofing. They've been servicing East Tennessee for over 20 years, achieving a 4.9 rating on Google reviews, and are listed as a platinum contractor by Owens Corning. Financing is available. I invite you to learn more about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions on their website, exteriorhomesolutions.com, or give them a call at 865-524-5888.
The Knoxville Smile Cam is brought to you by KnoxvilleSmiles.com, Doctors Malone, Doctors Costa, My Dentist. Look them up online at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Well, after this play, we'll go down to the sideline. Eric Kane with a special guest as Maryville has a 24-0 lead over Powell. And, no surprise. I think this is what everybody saw coming. No disrespect to Powell. They just had early season adversity against two really good teams and a hurt quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Powell's giving it the old college try. They've really not played that bad tonight. Maryville just wears you down.
Sure they do.
They just lean on you, lean on you. Is the special guest Glenn Jacobs? Do we have Kane here? We got to get Kane here to the game.
Imagine if we played the music.
Oh, it'd be phenomenal.
So, Eric Kane, who you got with you down there?
And we got John Reiswick. He is the superintendent of Knox County Schools. First year, how's it going so far?
So far, great. It's a great school system. We have great people, and so being part of that is very exciting for me.
All right, so you got these 865 academies. Tell us what that is and what's it going to look like for students in Knox County Schools.
Sure, 865 Academies is just us reimagining our high school and middle school experiences for students. And the idea is, how do we make big high schools feel smaller for students? How do we bring them into things like freshman academies? How do we get them prepared through aptitude testing and through different exposures to be ready for life after high school? And then how do we embrace local communities and businesses so they can partner with us to give students internships and teachers some externships to make sure we're bringing the relevancy into the schools.
A lot of people at home watching right now, obviously a football game with a lot of great players out there. If there's one thing you want these families to know about, what you're going to try to accomplish here at Knox County Schools, what would that be?
We're going to take care of kids. We're going to get them ready, not just for graduation, but we'll get them ready for life after graduation so they can be successful and be the next generation of Knox County families and citizens.
All right, I'm being told I need to ask you any chance of getting some Wi-Fi in the local press boxes for next season?
We will put that in as a budget request. How about that?
There we go.
Is that good enough for you, Mark?
There we
Thank
go.
you, sir. Thank
Hey,
you.
tell him I want to play the Commercial Bank Rivalry Showcase here. I just got to have internet. I'm just saying, fireworks won't hold.
I'll let him know.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to do all that on camera. I don't have to.
He's almost as big as Kane.
Yeah, I don't have to do my whining. I want to play a game at a Knox County school. Let Knoxville be a home school sometime, but certainly won't hold fireworks. Okay, gain of 1. Second down and 9. 6 minutes to go, halfway through the third quarter. That Maryville drive, 5 plays, 54 yards. Noah Vaughn on a nasty 30-yard run. And the last 6 Powell drives, punt, 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 fumble, punt, punt. Third down and 8 from another punt. Jordan Potts trying to help the young quarterback out. And I really thought, I was surprised when I visited with Matt. I was surprised they didn't come up with some kind of wildcat something or another and put Redmond and Green and some of those guys back there.
You're better off just to run. I mean, I'm not saying you can't have a package, but I think you're better off just to run your own offense than trying to do something, for a week that you don't normally do, especially if you think Potts is coming back relatively quick. Flag on the play. Going to decline this. It's going to be against Powell. An eligible receiver downfield.
Ineligible downfield on the offense. Penalties declined. 4th down.
I love how John Ward is very vehement about his call. 4th down.
I love John. He's a good guy.
He is a great guy.
Him, Phil Frills.
Phil Frills, who has taken over KFOA, Knox County. By the way, and I'm sure I'm going to just lead myself to an obliteration by telling you this, but Phil Frills and I have been texting back and forth. The officials for the Rivalry Showcase will be half Knoxville and half Blount County.
Okay.
I'm glad that went through without any comments as the 6th punt of the night.
Then we got DJ as the back judge. That's what I want. That's inquiring minds want to know, will DJ be the back judge?
I think he should be. Very much should be. All right, time now for our break and a break, brought to you by Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic as we continue to educate you on the smallest things about your health.
Hi, I'm Jay Crawford with Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, and I think my message would be get to Monday or get to our Saturday sports clinic. Injuries happen all the time, not just on the athletic field, they also happen in all walks of life, and you don't necessarily need to run immediately to an emergency room every time you have a bump or a bruise. Get home, get it splinted with something you could have gotten at Walgreens, and save yourself about a $500 copay. Come see us, the experts, either at the Saturday Sports Medicine Clinic or Monday through Friday in our offices. You'll get the expert care you need, and it'll be much more efficient from a financial standpoint. Just get to Monday. That's my bottom line.
In other words, don't run to the ER. Don't run to the ER if you've got like a sprained ankle or something. You'll put ice on it.
Speaking of sprained ankles, gingerly walking.
Probably violated every hip rule in the world there by just saying sprained ankle on him.
That's not a violation of the football.
Diagnosed from the press box by Dr. Price.
I'm almost positive that Dr. Crawford is the person who did the surgery on Addison's toe when she had over the toe deal.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 90% positive. And if my wife's watching, I'm sure she'll text me and say, no, it's not, it's so-and-so.
Does the text come through with that kind of attitude from your wife?
I imagine it does. It probably doesn't. She's probably being sweet, but I just...
See, I'm trying to give Catherine the benefit of the doubt there. First down and 26 for the Maryville offense. Clemmer will look to throw, takes a deep shot, and played rather well by Powell. But I like this from Maryville because you're going to need to be taking some deep shots and show that you can throw the ball downfield.
She said that was him. I was right.
And it looked like that the tone of voice was sweet.
Well, because I was right. I'm not wrong.
4:42. Looks like we've got some cramping.
But you just diagnosed from the field, from the press box.
Totally different than saying he's got a sprained ankle to see what they're doing and say he probably needs pickle juice. Eric Kane, what kind of games we got coming your way tomorrow night on the radio?
It's Pedialyte nowadays, not pickle juice.
Oh, my bad.
Pedialyte.
Sorry.
Hey, tons of high school football coverage every Friday night on the Sports Animal, Cumulus Knoxville. 99.1 FM, Catholic's going to be at South Green. The 99 AM 990 Fulton is going to be at Central. And over on Newstalk 98.7, Morristown West is going to be at Hardin Valley. Remember, VFLJ Graham is with Vince Ferrara for that KOC game of the week. But tons of talent, awesome football games, all that. Cumulus Knoxville tomorrow night.
Hoping Catholic can survive that juggernaut that is South Green tomorrow.
It's going to be a good one.
Okay. Thanks, Eric. Second down and 26. Clemmer rolling out. And we'll throw this one away. Are you going to a game tomorrow night, by the way? You're going over to see your brothers over in Campbell County? Or?
You know, I thought about going to their game at Heritage. We got a penalty, an eligible man downfield. And
so Campbell County's at Heritage?
Campbell County's at Heritage.
An eligible downfield on the offense. Penalty is declined. Third down. Fourth down.
Like I said, I think I may bounce back and forth or run over to West and Beard. Those are two, we've got all those teams on our schedule this year. I just think they're just two great games. Why are you putting your hand up like you're surprised that that's something I would even consider?
No, it dawned on me the other day. This may be wrong, but did you know Mike Mullins is at Hardin Valley now?
Yes, he's the athletic director.
I did not know that until the other day.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
A guy that didn't allow streaming at Oak Ridge has got a streaming service over at Hardin Valley.
Working with John Kaufman at HBA. Third down and 26. Oh, goodness. Talk about inside jokes. The people at home don't understand your humor.
Is there humor?
You laughed pretty loudly.
But, yeah, if I go, it would be to not only see Matt and Justin, but it would also be to see Coach Ossavet.
Yeah.
He's trying to get it going out there. I played an impossible game playing Maryville week 1, which that was just already on the schedule. And
first third and out for Maryville tonight, by the way, as they lost 13 yards on that drive. Good snap back. Kick is away. And Aiden Green misplayed this one.
But Connor Wheeler says, I got it, and he's off.
Headed in the opposite direction.
First time they crossed midfield tonight.
Commercial Bank salutes the stripes. Larry Coleman, the field judge. 9th year officiating. That's for the Department of Energy. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. These officials, they work really hard just to get to a Thursday or Friday night. And we need more people to be officials. The game of football needs you. If you played high school football, get back to the sport that you love. Make $100 on a Friday night.
And I remember when my dad called, it was 55 and 60. Now it's over $100 a Friday night. 110, I believe.
Well, the gas prices the way they are, it costs $30 to get to the game. But anyway, throwing it out to Aiden Green. I like the taking the shot downfield. Pretty good ball. Old Josh Jones down there. I saw him, the former Powell offensive coordinator, down in the end zone. Current Bearden head coach. What's he wearing, by the way? Is he wearing Powell or beard?
He's wearing beard.
I was making sure.
I'd be really bad if he's wearing Powell.
Well, just making sure. I mean, the B kind of looked like the Panther claw.
You got that one from Justin Underwood.
Second down.
State champion Justin Underwood. They got their rings in. Still waiting on mine. After all I've done for him over the years, he owes me. Connor
Nice
Wheeler.
run. Yeah.
Shifty. Sliding in. Picking up the first down.
Good tough running.
He's really shown me something tonight. He's got to be probably about 60 yards on the night, there rounds, and on very few carries, 67 yards on less than 10 carries. Right at 10, okay. So, and that don't count the big punt return he just had. And he's just a sophomore.
No, you're right. It don't count that. First down and 10 at the 28. Young quarterback looking to throw. Steps up. Aiden Green across the middle. Did he make the catch?
He says he did.
And the
Josh
officials
Briscoe
say
says he did.
He did as well. 22 yards. Aiden Green across the middle. And we'll see if he did. Yeah. Yeah, he caught that. Inside handoff off left tackle, following blockers, looking for the end zone, and
I think he got in.
Just short. Second down and goal inside the 1.
Powell going to go fast here. See if they can catch Maryville napping. Go right off this right side. They're not ready.
Connor
Bounce it
Wheeler,
right.
following blockers in the end zone, touchdown.
He put his nose down and barreled in, and the lights go out at Powell.
The lights have gone out. Are they gonna do any colors, or we just turn them off? Well, they're colors. They're green and red. That's us here. That's the only camera we had. Normally they would go orange and black. There's a flag down on the field, which we couldn't see because all the lights went
That's
out.
the easiest way to get past the holding call. Turn the lights out. Pick up the flag.
Not going to go for 2, by the way. On a kickoff, some kind of a penalty. Illegal light show.
Unsportsmanlike on the home team, be on the kickoff.
For what? Hey, Eric, what'd they say?
Understanding you can't just drop all the lights all at one time, and I think that is what happened there. You can have the light show, obviously we saw it last year, but you can't just go dark completely, and so I think that's what the situation is down there.
Wouldn't that be a warning? Wouldn't that be a warning, not just a straight penalty?
It's a light malfunction.
Oh, we're gonna need John Ward. Get with John Ward right here in the timeout, Eric.
John Ward's not having it, guys.
Go down there and tell him I said we want a live interview. He'll do it. Go do it. Go on, walk out there. I used to do this all the time with the officials, Kane.
Right now he's saying no lights whatsoever.
Okay, Knox County paid to put these lights in. You're going to have to fight the superintendent's down there. But John, I love you, brother. But they put the lights in, and they pay good money for it. This is the most interesting thing. Hey, our thanks to Gray Hodges giving $1,000 to the visiting school every week, which is really cool. As Justin Ward, the branch manager, is over there. It's Maryville Athletic Director, Landon with us tonight, as well as Charlie Morgan from Gray Hodges, $1,000 going to Maryville High School. And the DH photo of the night, look up online at Rivalry Thursday on Twitter. And pictures of the Jamboree and all of our games and mini games on Friday nights. Just scan the QR code at dhil.photo. All right, hey, Eric Kane, you got to give us some kind of a...
Kane, you got to get out there with John Ward right now. Just do it. Just do it.
What's going on?
I'm not going around John right now. Maybe catch him after the game. But I have spoken to some officials. And again, like I said, you can't drop the lights and go completely dark because the fear is you celebrate a touchdown, someone gets punched, and they can't see.
Here's my issue with this, okay? That's not controlled by any of the players or coaches on the field. That's controlled by somebody up here. They hit the wrong button, and it costs your team 15 yards. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's more of a warning thing to me. You got to warn before you just – I mean, I'm not saying it's not a bad call because it could be by the letter of the law. I'm just going off of it just seems like you'd get a warning. There's no warning here, Kane.
When they flashed him again after the PAT or after the penalty was assessed, that was okay. But anyway, it's a teachable moment nonetheless, right?
Here's what I want. We got time. Okay, we're in the third quarter. I wonder if Phil Friels would go over and visit about that with Eric.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think what you're wanting here is an understanding that the coaches and players didn't turn the lights out. This could be just some volunteer dad that's his job, and he hit the wrong button. There's 14 buttons on the thing. He hits the wrong button. All of a sudden, you cost your team 15 yards. Like, I don't think anybody did it on purpose. Noah Vaughn.
Yeah, I mean, I've got people message me, and I get it. TSSAA rule says, the lights can't completely go out, and I get that, but you're right.
Yeah, I get it too.
It's some guy up here in the press box with us who pushed the button, and the thing, it all went out. They hadn't practiced. This is the first time they pushed the button this year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, again, I get the rule, but it seems like you should have a warning before it just,
Throw this one out. And a gain of 8 yards. Yeah, Friel's already left. He texted me back, said I'm already gone. Hey, coming up on Sunday night, it's the Locker Room connected by Iris Networks every Sunday night at 10:35 on CW in Knoxville, 10:30 on Fox in Nashville, and 11 p.m. on Fox in Tri-Cities. Our guest in studio this week is
Byron Young,
defensive
senior, Leo.
Excited about next Thursday night. Balls host Ball State, and then off to Pittsburgh. Are you sneaking on Oakmont Country Club again and not telling me about it?
No, I'm playing Fox Chapel.
Oh, Fox Chapel. Never heard of it.
It's not from a lack of trying. Fox Chapel's hosted USGA events, U.S. Senior Open, maybe even the U.S. Amateur.
Second down and 4, wide side of the field, the near side. They'll keep it on the ground, get the first down inside the 15, inside the D1 red zone. First down and 10 at the 14. Clemmer inside handoff. Nice job by the Powell defense at the line of scrimmage. Job at the line of scrimmage, and there's Steven Souls.
His motor still going hard?
Man, this is what Davey Gillum said last week at Anderson County. Game was out of hand, and yet that kid, his motor never slowed down.
Well, that's something the college coaches watch for. I mean,
Absolutely.
This is a big junior year for him.
Absolutely. 24-0 Maryville as we go to the fourth quarter on FCA's Rivalry Thursday. Presented by Pilot Company, the Rebels looking for win number 2 in the year.
Rivalry Thursday is brought to you by Commercial Bank, Humana, E2 Sports, and OEB Law.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Scotty Dykes. While the insurance industry has changed over the years, our office offers auto, home, life, mortgages, and many other banking services, including retirement planning. So please give our office a call, text us, or email us, and we'll be happy to do business with you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Costad. Dr. Malone and I here at Knoxville Smiles are here to help you with any of your dental needs, whether it's a routine cleaning, a root canal, or if you just want some advice. Did you know that you don't have to settle for a denture anymore? My team and Dr. Malone are here to help you no matter where you're at and to help you figure out the truth for your dental health. So give us a call or visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. We're proud to be known for our outstanding hometown customer service. We've been doing things that way for over 60 years. But Matlock now offers new modern conveniences, such as family-friendly waiting areas, online appointment scheduling. You can even shop for tires and see our current stock right from your computer or smartphone. We invite you to stop into one of our 5 convenient locations or come see us online at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown service. Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Hi, my name is Steve Shelton, Managing Principal with First Choice Lending Services. Right now, the housing market in Tennessee can be challenging, and you need the right lender to help you walk through it. We're a local lender. We're part of your community, and we know how to best serve you. When you get a home loan with First Choice Lending, you'll get a loan that is customized just for you. If you need help getting approved for a home loan, please give one of our experienced loan officers a call today.
Now, the fourth quarter is brought to you by Hillary Frost Homes of Keller Williams, and making the official announcement tonight of a really neat opportunity for Tennessee fans. Win lunch with the Vols, as Hillary Frost Homes of Keller Williams has partnered up with Spire Sports. That somebody, along with 3 of your friends, will win lunch with the Vols. We'll announce it December the 4th on the Locker Room Show. And all you have to go is go to HillaryFrostHomes.com and register to win lunch with the Vols. Well, our thanks to Ted Russell Ford, $1,000 given to Powell High School tonight, courtesy of Andy White. I think I'm getting that truck next week. Cannot wait to get the new Ford F-50 truck with a box on the back to haul our production unit around, and Ted Russell Ford's worked hard on that for us. Can't wait. Second down and 13 at the 17-yard line, 24-6. Maryville with the lead. Clemmer across the middle. Catch is made.
Oh, nice.
And
I thought he was going to be able to stay upright and get in.
They'll call him down at the 4-yard line.
Nice.
Almost getting in was Jonah Arms. He turned and, yeah, I think good call.
I like the play call, though.
Nice safe pass.
Yep. And they love to work those tight ends.
Good look at Houston Ratledge on the offensive line, and Noah Vaughn will follow him for yet another touchdown off left tackle as Maryville starts to pour it on, up 30-6 with the extra point to come. Vaughn's 3rd touchdown of the night.
Second rushing, right? One
receiving. Yep. By the way, the rule change, if we get to that point of the nonstop clock, is no longer a 35-point lead. It is a 30-point lead. Not that we're there. The extra point makes it 25. But another touchdown would be 35 anyway, not that it makes a difference. 11:23, actually it would be 32. 11:23 to go. It's 31-6 Maryville with the lead. Noah Vaughn putting on a show. Well, he was at Oak Ridge. You wouldn't let anybody stream or, I mean, they couldn't even do graduations, you know. And take a look at the third quarter stats brought to you by OEB Law. I don't know what stands out the most. Time of possession's gotten a little bit better, but about what you would expect in a 31-6 game. And Powell playing with a young quarterback making his first start. And Maryville being Maryville. 6 plays, 34 yards, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Third touchdown of the night for Noah Vaughn. 2 on the ground. 1 on the ground via the air. A reception. And this would have been a returnable kick, but out of bounds and a penalty flag.
Corbin Price thought was going into the end zone, took that funny bounce left. And
kicking infraction by the kicking team. Ball we placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
Well, 1 week from tonight, the Balls will open their season at home against Ball State. A 7 o'clock kickoff, a perfect opportunity for you to have that great tailgating party. Keep Food City Pepsi and Frito-Lay in mind as your tailgating headquarters. Food City helped us tonight with our pregame meal. Place that order at foodcity.com like we did. And chicken tenders, mashed potatoes, green beans, meatloaf. Austin was all about the meatloaf. Nice pass here to Aiden Green. There's the spin move, and that's why he's a Cincinnati commit. Nice move down to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 30 yards by Aiden Green.
Watch the spin move, and then the reverse of field.
His first real opportunity to kind of show his wheels. First down and 10 at the 35, right up the gut into the
Wheeler.
secondary. Breaking tackles goes Wheeler. He'll turn down inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. 19-yard gain for Connor Wheeler.
I'm telling you, man, Matt's found himself a nice little young tailback. This kid is really, really good.
Wide side of the field, the near side. First down and 10 at the 17. They'll throw this one out. Lead block down to the 10-yard line. Flag comes in from behind, which will negate Dylan Toole's gain. This one is coming back.
Block below the waist on the offense. 10 yards, first down.
Up on the outside. At Carnes' game, by the way, what an opener and region play for both of those teams next week.
It's a huge one. A year ago, Carnes showed a little bit of a flash. They just didn't have enough to compete with Powell. You know, how healthy is Potts a week from now? You know, how much can they contain Bishop? A year ago, you know, you had Walter in the middle, so like,
yeah,
you don't have that this year. You know, I mean, can Carnes get in the game? The game is here, not at Carnes.
I think Carnes has got a lot more talent all across the board. I mean, we talk about Deshaun Bishop, but, you know, you watch the highlights of them a week ago, and, you know, Brad Taylor's got more than just one player. Second down and 14. Has plenty of time.
And that's going to be a
flag comes in. And another flag. By the way, once again, tomorrow night, Varsity All Access. John Ward with the GoPro on him in the first half.
On the offense, number 50, second down.
It's too bad he didn't have the GoPro on the whole night. Just saying.
Well, I'm getting messages from, you know, Phil Friels and some other folks that are saying essentially the 15-yard penalty would normally come in on the second
offense,
the second light offense.
They hadn't had any lights to that.
He said sounds like a second light issue, which would be a 15-yard penalty.
Which is what I said. You would warn first, right? I mean,
right, but unless we didn't see well, that wouldn't have been a warning because that was the first time they did it. That's the first time they did the lights.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there. Just confusing. I think other teams is Wheeler up the right side. I think that, you know, there's going to have to be a clarification across the board for all schools going forward. I mean, Knox County all got these lights.
Every one of these schools has these lights.
And if every one of them is going to get a 15-yard penalty if they push the button and the light show goes haywire.
Can you imagine if you can't do the lights?
Well, then what you would say if you're a coach is you'd say to your press box, then I can't have you next week push the button for the light show against Carnes in our region opener because that 15 yards could cost us.
Yeah, or you just gotta get clarification. That's the best one. You said it best. You just gotta get clarification.
Third down and 23. Has time again. Going to take a shot downfield for Aiden Green.
Tangled up, and the ball sails to the end zone.
Good position there by Hutton Jones, defensive back for Maryville. Contact, obviously, but just really good position by the DB. I don't want this to be the West Love show from me tonight, but does anybody test West in their region?
No. Nobody.
By the way, I want to say thank you to E2 Sports for handling all of our apparel, getting switched over to Adidas. We didn't have delays getting embroidery, didn't have delays getting screen print because they do all that themselves. Aiden Green across the middle. He will look for the end zone and find it 30 yards out for Powell. And his second big catch of this drive. Pretty good pass, by the way. Austin's over here saying push the button for the light show. They're looking smiling, and they're all shaking their heads saying, nope, not doing it. Austin's egging them on, saying, come on, push the button. Push the button. And they're all telling Austin to shut up. That is hilarious. There's going to be a lot of people looking for a clarification before tomorrow night.
Again,
the lights.
I think Eric Kane should go and get John Ward right now. He had to calm down.
He can't run out on the field.
In my day of doing the sidelines, I interviewed referees all the time.
I understand that, but you're Eric. Don't try to be Austin. There's only one Austin Price, and we're thankful for that, Eric. Hey, Eric, go ahead. Open Eric's mic down there. And by the way, there's the guy that pushes the button. Look at him.
Did you not hear me? I said I have higher aspirations in life than that. No worries.
There's the guy that pushes the button for the lights. Clock operator, and he's like, nope, not doing it. Lights will stay on. The E2 Sports Scholar athlete of the game for Powell is Braden Shreve. He is a senior, 4.25 GPA. 6-play drive. Pretty nice drive there for Aiden Green. 30-yard touchdown catch. Aiden Green, 6 catches now, 145 yards. And all of a sudden has got a fairly decent stat line. Yeah, the DHIL photo of the night, which you can find, see all the photos that they have done. Beautiful shots here. Our young man Dustin got some great shots tonight. You can find all these and many more at DHIL.photos of this game and many others. 31-13 is the score. Kicking deep.
No. Then why?
If you kick it deep, you know the game's going to get over quick and you get out somewhat respectable. If you onside kick, does the other coach say, okay, fine, watch this then? Let's see what they do. Lining up the diminutive one, Jeremiah Belamaris. This one is returnable. Noah Vaughn will step out of bounds. .8:21 to go. We got to start texting people at schools and say, so question, will you push the button for the lights tomorrow night?
Why would you not? I think if what it's going to do is going to cause everybody to make sure you get clarification.
Yeah,
if you're watching this game, you're going to go, wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to go with the officials before the game.
Well, I think this. Here's what I think will happen. I think that each of the associations, the officiating associations, I think they're going to clarify with their officials going into tomorrow night. Because I think it has raised enough questions here tonight to say, okay, what are we going to do? Because everybody's got these lights. I mean, everybody's
Knox County's got them. Anderson County's got them. Lakeway Christian has them.
They've all got them. So, I mean, if everyone's going to be scared to push the light button, I think just Eric Kane, I don't want to belabor the point of the lights. I just think it's important if 15 yards are going to be, at play here, Eric.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make it our mission tonight to help spread the word on what's right and what's not. But I've got an assistant coach that's texting me right now as well, saying that under his interpretation, the TSSAA ruled it out a couple of weeks ago. But then I'm talking to an official on the sideline down here saying that as long as you don't turn them completely out. So there obviously has been some miscommunication.
Okay, by the way, Austin, the clang you're going to hear on his microphone, he had to take his microphone off and he had to make a point. He had to go and flash the lights up in the press box. I mean,
That surprised me.
So I'm told by somebody, white flash were okay last year, just not the dark to colors. Okay, moving on. First down and 10 at the 45. Clemmer takes a shot. Yeah. Receiver is there. Oh, knocked away beautifully by Aiden Green.
Yeah, and he's been grabbing with that left calf.
Yeah, he has. Yep. And honestly, I know he went up and knocked it away. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back as far as being able to go up and just make that catch and turn the other way, see if he could.
Like he did last week. Yeah, that big interception return against Anderson County.
Yeah, but you're right. Look at him. He is hobbling. Inside handoff. And there's Souls again on the tackle, I believe. All right, so I said we were done with the light show, and then they said, okay, we're going to show you what happened again, just for the people who have come in late. So here's the touchdown earlier, and he scores.
And then we have the rolling blackout.
And then we just go completely black.
At that point, Kane's music comes on. He walks out, does the whole fire deal. That would have been a real show here at Powell.
Or if you're in the casino, everybody runs and grabs the chips because nobody can see anything, and they run out of the casino. So it went completely dark. For what, 5 seconds?
Something like that.
Off left tackle, shot out of a cannon. There's Noah Vaughn again, quicker than a hiccup and taken down by Aiden Green.
Vaughn, who is tallying in big totals tonight after that 31-yard gain.
I think that's his last carry, if I'm daring. 31 yards, right up the gut. Boy, Virginia's getting a good one.
That one takes us to
205.
And I don't count the receptions he's had. He's had probably 45 yards in receptions. Had the touchdown, 37, okay. And then, of course, caught the one screen pass on the third down that picked up the first down.
Into the D1 red zone. 5.5 minutes to go at 31-13. Handoff off right tackle. Breaking tackles down inside the 10. And a 1-2 punch this time is
Bryce Davis,
a sophomore. Good looking sophomore, by the way. The heir apparent to Noah Vaughn.
Timeout. Powell.
Football is back, and OAB Law is excited for a season full of big hits and those nail-biting near misses. If you've been injured, OAB Law will come to your defense. Call OAB Law and turn your wreck into a check.
31-13 is the score. 5:15 to go in the game. Gee, wonder who the Exterior Home Solutions 6-star MVP is tonight. Should we put it up for a Twitter vote, see who the fans vote on? Put up a couple linebackers, offensive linemen. For the guy who pushes the button on the light show. So disappointed we never saw the hamburger haze tonight. Austin told me if I said the phrase hamburger haze tonight, he would tackle me in the booth. First down and goal at the 4-yard line. Clemmer, the quarterback. Bryce Davis to his right. Inside handoff, Bryce Davis, and he will find the end zone untouched. Touchdown Rebels with 5:10 to go. 37-13, extra point to come.
This is one of those methodical, precision-like games for Maryville. I mean, they just lean on you and lean on you. Price tried to be nice to the official, and he got excited because he was ready to celebrate. Never take for granted getting in the end zone.
Got a final on Alcoa. Got a final on Alcoa, by the way.
I've not looked. It was 24-7 the last time I saw him.
Good for GP.
52-17.
Okay. Not so good. 38-13, 7 plays, 71 yards, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Davis, the 4-yard touchdown. Maryville next week will return home to face Farragut after the Admirals travel over to West tomorrow night to take on the Rebels. And then I believe Bearden after that, I believe. Have to look at that schedule again. Science Hill in there. Anxious to see how Anderson County does against Science Hill. Anderson County looking really good last week, but dealing with an injury situation at running back themselves.
You haven't re-aggravated that hamstring. They'll be fine without him. They're just a more complete team. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He had 3 touchdowns last week before he re-aggravated.
Just into the end zone. Well, from here, what does Powell do? They've got Carnes next week, then Science Hill. Science Hill plays a lot of our teams, actually. And then at Clinton. I mean, Clinton improving. At Halls, Oak Ridge at home will be a big game for them. Campbell County, Catholic, Lenoir City.
I like that Catholic game late in the year. Non-region kind of test you right before the playoffs. Connor Wheeler, here he goes again. By the end of the season, he is going to be so tough. I mean, he's just going to get better and better and better. They'll start working him, kind of like they did Magdos.
By the way, Austin, as you continue to stay seated over there, stand up, whatever you want to do. Reads Across America after this play, I'll give you the number and show you what was raised here, which you can also go to knoxreads.org and make a donation there. Find Rivalry Thursday and make the donation there. Panthers will take the shot, J.J. Faust. So $945 tonight, and they'll continue to collect through the end of the night, which means they'll get to $1,000 tonight. Collected and $15 a Rees, and then they'll do some matching for us. You, as a part of Rivalry Thursday, were able to come up with almost 2,000 Rees for the gravestones of our fallen veterans. And knoxreads.org is where you can go make a donation right now.
Yeah, the coolest thing we've done in all the years. They had a huge success last year, off to a great start this year. I think our greatest one was Carnes last year, right? Was that our biggest? I think.
Yeah, because the school came up with over $2,000.
Yes, but I mean, there was a huge gate that night full of wreaths at Carnes.
They came up with over $3,000 or something crazy at Carnes. So would really love for another school to do what they did and come up with those kinds of dollars as well. So we will see these guys. Our thanks to our veterans who come tonight and take the money. We'll see you 2 weeks over at Carson Newman for Central and Gibbs. Sounds good. Run up the middle to the 44-yard line as the clock is at 3:40 to go. Just content to let the clock run at this point on a 1st down and 10. Stooksbury, the quarterback, throws this one out to Aiden Green. Tries to make a move. Nice move to the outside.
Aiden Green's going to end up with some decent stats. What's he at, Joe?
It is his 7th catch now. Probably about 160. I missed a catch in there. 8 catches for 165 yards. But as of right now, Noah Vaughn is the leader in the clubhouse for not only tonight's 6-star MVP, but the Varsity All Access Player of the Week.
How do you know? You don't know because maybe somebody had out Coleman for 7 touchdowns tonight.
This is true. I'm excited about 2 weeks from now to be at Carson Newman.
Eric Kane's homecoming. I mean, in a 3-week span, think about it. He's going to watch his alma mater at the high school level and then be at the home of his alma mater for the college level.
Yeah, Eric Kane, which is cooler, call a Jefferson County game or go do a game at Carson Newman?
Well, I've done both, so they're both awesome in their own right. That was the professional answer, correct? Nah, I'm excited to be back, man. It's such a gorgeous venue and an amazing press box, great people, 2 good football teams. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it'll be great when Packers call the fog on Mossy Creek a hamburger haze when it's just fog on Mossy Creek.
I know what the fog is at Mossy Creek.
The saying is it gets foggy at Mossy Creek. Yeah, we got to get it right before we go.
Ken Sparks explained that to me years ago. 1st down and 10 at the 32. Stooksbury looks to throw. Intercepted across the middle. And the Rebels now down the sideline. And now they can salt it away as there will be all kinds of cheering as the lineman comes up with the interception. Zach Gone. 36 yards on the return. Anytime a lineman comes up with it, everybody just goes crazy. Linebacker.
Just dropped right there in coverage, and I like how he put 2 hands on it when he first caught it. And then all of a sudden he realized I could not score. The goal changed mid run back.
Nice little move there, by the way. A little ankle breaking move. A lot of smiles over there. That's neat.
It's all about making memories.
New quarterback in the game for the Rebels. Casey Cobble. I do invite you to stick with us after the game for Pilots High School Heroes, the post-game show. We've got our picks tonight. Feature segments, our Rivalry Rewind will take us back to that Citizen Tribune Classic, Morristown East, Morristown West, this past Saturday night. By the way, can we send our well wishes out to Brent Hubbs? Is that okay? Am I going to get in trouble?
No, you can send out your well wishes to Brent Hubbs.
Just want to make sure. He had hip surgery over the weekend, hip replacement, and had it Monday, and yet was on vol calls last night.
He's sitting there with a heated blanket over top of him. Old school cafeteria.
Well, I was surprised. I turned on the radio, and there he was last night. And I said, he just had full hip replacement surgery Monday. That's what you call dedicated to the balls. Second down and 7, inside handoff.
The best part is tomorrow night he will. The great people at Webb have been generous to him to give him a spot there in the press box, so he doesn't have to climb. He'll be able to come in right there at 0 entry from the backside of the press box up on top of the old practice field, and not have to climb stairs.
That's great.
To watch Eli play.
That's great. Yeah, Eli Hubbs, his son, great football player for Gibbs. There's Derek Hunt. 2 state championship winning coaches will come across and shake hands out at midfield. 38-13, the final score, as Maryville gets the win over Powell. We will take a break. We'll come back with Pilots High School Heroes, the 5th quarter, when we come back.